We're often asked about prearranged funerals.
Well, it is a rarity for high school football as far as broadcasts are concerned. Yeah, if you go to the playoffs, you get some Saturday opportunities, but very rare. It's a Friday afternoon game, but weather circumstances kind of dictate that. So we greet you from Yellow Jacket Stadium along with the Sheriff Dave Millsap. I'm Kevin Stubblefield. It's going to be eventually Friday evening football in Class 5, District 5, and this will be a semifinal matchup as the Lebanon Yellow Jackets play host to the Waynesville Tigers. Lebanon out of school today, so the group of players and the coaching staff, they had all day to kind of get ready for this ball game, kind of concentrate on football and try to extend a winning streak and move themselves into a district championship game, which would be every year since 2016. So plenty riding on this game this evening.
Kind of throws you out of your normal rhythm, though. You're out of school today because of parent-teachers meetings. The Lebanon Public Schools not in session, and then you move a game that typically starts at 7 o'clock, you move it up to a 5 o'clock start, and you wonder how that will play with the rhythm of the football game and how your football team gets ready. And then you look out in the stands, and we have a smattering of people that are showing up early, and we're still about 45 minutes away before kickoff. Probably won't have the crowd that we usually do with a 7 o'clock start. But you know what? You forget about all of that. You think about football. You just do your assignment. You think about the game and the things you need to do. You're taking on a team that you beat on September 23rd by the score of 52-14. But, Kevin, I remember the first half of the football game a lot closer than that finish of 52-14.
It was. Waynesville moved the football. They had over 360 yards rushing. The Tigers just self-destructed once they get inside the Lebanon 30-yard line on a couple of occasions. And Lebanon played very well and pulled away in that second half of that football game. And we'll talk with Coach Christian on the pregame show. That was a game there where Lebanon really put everything together as far as running and throwing the football in concert.
You know, that's one of the things that we've seen out of this Lebanon team is at times that ability to be multifunctional out on the football field offensively. And certain Gavin Smith, he's going to come into this game 24-39. He's not throwing a lot of passes, but very efficient. His quarterback rating is at 141, 7 touchdown passes. This is the big deal to me. Of the 39 passes he's thrown, he's not yet to throw an interception. So he's making good decisions. He sees his receivers well, and he gets the ball to them. And Austin Hendricks has been the guy that he's thrown to the most. He's made 8 catches, 6 of those 8 for touchdowns.
Jackets running the football to the tune of 400 yards per game. That's what they hang their hat on. That's what they have for the last several years. And they take down a Waynesville football team that has shown signs of improvement as the season has gone along. They've lost a couple of tough games. They had one getaway against Rolla a couple of weeks ago, and then last week they go to Harrison Stadium, and they shut out a Central football team, and a lot of people say, well, Central's not that good. They haven't played that good of a schedule, but they had won 7 out of 9 games, and they had a good offensive football team, and Waynesville put a 0 up on the board.
Beats them 18-0. They broke a 3-game losing streak, but you're right. Waynesville's been in a lot of football games. They took Rolla down to the wire. Rolla beat Glendale last week. They'll play tomorrow afternoon against Campton in the other semifinal of this district. So you give Central their due, give Waynesville their due that they went to Central and they won the football game.
Absolutely. Well, as far as weather is concerned, that's why we're going to kick things off at 5 o'clock as we look at the radar right now. All clear as far as any fronts are concerned. A little bit of light rain in west central Missouri, north of El Dorado Springs and south of Clinton. Now, a lot of rain up in the Kansas City metro area, but hopefully we're all done and packed up and on the way home once this game comes to a conclusion before the rain front comes through.
You know, I was checking some messages. I guess they've had some power outages over here on this part of town, over off Rolling Hills Road in that area, and I think maybe even out the radio station, probably because of the wind. The wind's kicked up, and now I've got it measured at about consistent 16 miles an hour, and it's probably gusting up a little bit harder than that. We watched the flag here, and it's blowing rather well. So that may play part of this football game, but who knows how the weather will end up playing as we get into this game. But the idea was we'll be out of here before any of the big rain hits.
Mentioned earlier, Lebanon has played in a district championship game 6 consecutive seasons going back to 2016. They have won the last couple of districts, and they try to get themselves into a matchup with either Camden or Rolla next Friday for the right to go on to the state playoffs in Class 5. In the way this evening, the Waynesville Tigers, an opportunity for Coach Kyle Barkley and his football team against a state-ranked opponent, and we'll visit with the Waynesville coach as our pregame show gets underway next here on Regional Radio KJL.
We're often asked about prearranged funerals. Shadle's Colonial Chapel in Lebanon has directors who will answer your questions concerning the planning and financing of funeral or cremation services. Shadle's Colonial Chapel's directors can also assist you in the transfer of older pre-need services in the event your wishes have changed. Serving families in the Ozarks for over 6 decades and 100% family-owned, Shadle's Colonial Chapel of Lebanon, where it doesn't cost more, it's just nicer.
Hi everyone, Jamie here from the Gravel Bar and Grill at Sand Spring Resort, inviting you to join us when you're in the Bennett Spring area for a great meal, like a J-Bar J-Burger or a Dirty Pickle Burger crafted with beef raised right on our farm in Laclede County. We also offer a variety of platters, sandwiches, baskets, pizza, and appetizers. Each Friday night, you can have all-you-can-eat catfish starting at 5 p.m. The Gravel Bar and Grill is located just a scenic short drive from Lebanon at the Niagara River Bridge on Highway 64. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
I'm Kim White from Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Coaches and athletes, we know you're working hard each day. This athletic season, remember, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks is behind you 100%. From your neighborhood banking family, good luck and play hard. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've been here for almost 80 years and your business is on the 4th generation, you must be Crow Paint and Glass. Crow's offers a full line of PPG paints with all the brushes, drop cloths, and other supplies needed for any and all paint jobs. And not only do they carry auto glass, they do chip repairs, power windows and lock, door handles, and more. Along with auto glass, they do flat glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and many other glass types and installs. Crow's also carries hardware items, wallpaper, and even do custom framing. There are just too many things to mention, so stop in at Crow Paint and Glass, 390 West Elm in Lebanon.
Hi, I'm David Lehman of David Lehman Insurance. Are your insurance premiums giving you a wake-up call? We offer several options that allow us to provide coverage that fits your individual needs at affordable pricing. Stop in today for a free quote on any of your insurance needs. David Lehman Insurance, 2021 South Jefferson, Suite B, Lebanon, Missouri, or call 417-533-5444.
An old-fashioned restaurant with friendly service and great food. That's what you'll find at Taylor's Dairy Joy. Even the prices are old-fashioned. Get a double cheeseburger, fries, and medium drink, a coney, or a Frito pie. Top it off with the best ice cream in town. Old-fashioned prices, old-fashioned taste. Still found at Taylor's Dairy Joy, 1205 East Route 66. Now with curbside delivery and online ordering. Open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 10:30.
When it comes time for dentures, you do have choices. Drive an hour or more away or stay close to home. Have the extractions and wait weeks for the dentures, or you could have it done the same exact day. Lebanon Family Dentistry provides general dentistry and has the lab in-house. Dr. Stephen R. Sanders provides premium dentures that provide superior wear, resistance, long life, and a natural look. Lebanon Family Dentistry even does same-day dentures and same-day denture repair, as well as heat-cured relines so your dentures will fit and feel better. Give them a call today at 417-588-1690 or 1-888-DENTURES. This provider is not a specialist in prosthodontics.
110 years. How many companies can say their roots in the community have been around for over a century? Very few, but Missouri Cooperage is one of those rare companies who have stood the test of time. Since 1912, Missouri Cooperage has been providing family-supporting jobs and investing in the local community. Now they want to invest in you. Missouri Cooperage has several full-time positions available with great pay and great benefits right here in Lebanon. Find the one for you by visiting IndependenceDaveCompany.com/careers. Investing in residents and the community for well over a century. Missouri Cooperage.
I'm Kim White from Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Coaches and athletes, we know you're working hard each day. This athletic season, remember, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks is behind you 100%. From your neighborhood banking family, good luck and play hard. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Waynesville and Lebanon tonight, Class 5 District 5 semifinal action as Coach Kyle Barkley of the Tigers joins us. Well, Coach, news on Thursday that the game was moved up a couple of hours. Will that have any effect on your football team?
Other than getting them out of school a little bit earlier, other than that, it'll almost be like the same routine as long as they don't stay glued to the clock and understand that everything else from a time frame is the exact same from a normal Friday.
Well, hopefully we have a lot of daylight in those 2 hours before the weather moves in.
Yeah, well, in the Midwest, there's one thing you can't predict, and that's Mother Nature. So hopefully we're making a good choice, and I think both programs are willing to move the game to what best fits both teams, and hopefully it's just a light rain and nothing major and no delays, and everything will be fine.
Tigers got a win last week at Springfield Central by a score of 18-0, so good job by the Waynesville defense coach in shutting out the Bulldogs.
Our defensive staff did a great job of having a game plan put together. Central's a very good football team, record 7-2. It doesn't really matter who they play or what kind of schedule they got. I mean, they still went out there and won the football games convincingly. Our kids played well, but we understand that during this whole week we've had to prepare for a different football team and a different style of football team. So our kids have done a great job adjusting, and we're excited.
Coach, the last time you saw Lebanon on the field was in week number 5. Yellow Jackets won at home. How much better is your football team now compared to back then?
Well, I'd like to think that we're, as far as a football scheme-wise, we're better. We've had a few injuries that we've had to have some kids step up, so getting them some time, whether it's 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever the case may be, that's definitely helped the last few weeks. Last time, I mean, they had some big plays that occurred on the football field, whether it was pass or through the run or even through the screen game. They did a great job of calling plays to adjust. Hopefully we're in a better state of mind, I guess, for the most part, seeing them for the second time this season.
Coach, with your offensive group, is there better comfort level now with a single wing compared to earlier in the season?
I think our O-line's done a great job of progressing through the year. Our running backs are always still running hard. There's a few things that we've had to clean up throughout the season, but from a coaching staff, I feel like we're going in the right direction and we're trending at the right time. When you get to the second week of playoffs, and even depending on your district, the first round, every game's tough, and you got to be ready to play each week just like we had to during the season.
Well, talk about the keys in the matchup with Lebanon tonight.
Well, the keys for us defensively is to eliminate the big plays, and offensively, we just got to – I know it doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but offensively we had one of our better offensive days as far as moving the ball, but we were unfortunately not able to get into the end zone. So their defense is good, their defense is stout, and they do a great job of running to the football, but we got to be able to put some points up on the board tonight. We'll just kind of see where it goes from there.
Napa Auto Parts in Lebanon is your one-stop shop for automotive, industrial, agricultural, power sport needs, and more. At Napa, they carry a large inventory in addition to having access to Napa's distribution center right here in Lebanon. Your local Napa stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine and farming equipment. Stop in today, located at 1697 Southdale Drive in the Marketplace Shopping Center in Lebanon. Phone 417-344-7333. Camber Lock Engineering and Manufacturing of Lebanon is a proud supporter of the Lebanon youth, not only athletically, but academically. And they would like to remind everyone that teaching sportsmanship and fair play is not only the responsibility of the school, but also every adult cheering on the Jackets. Have a good time cheering the Jackets on to victory, but do it with class. Camber Lock Engineering and Manufacturing of Lebanon is a proud supporter of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and Regional Radio KGL.
Your look, your style, your image, your fashion. We know exactly what you're looking for.
For Granted Salon and Boutique in the heart of Osage Beach offers only the most high-end and luxurious apparel and hair services. Located off Osage Beach Parkway, across from Quick Car. Never be taken for granted.
Kevin here with Seeger Toyota of St. Robert, and this is our 54th year of helping you with new Toyotas and doing it the right way, the Seeger way. Our goal is to continue making it easy and fun doing business together, so reach out to us. Tell us what Toyota you'd like, then we can work out all the details, financing, trade value, incentives, and delivery estimate, all the while never ever charging you a premium price. So look at our reviews online, then you'll see how a 5-star dealer makes happy customers daily. That's Seeger Toyota. We are in St. Robert next to Walmart and at SeegerToyota.net.
Ouch! We have all experienced pain. In fact, more than 50 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. Pain is the primary reason why people seek the advice of health professionals. Pain is symptomatic of some type of dysfunction and inflammation in the body. Instead of reaching for aspirin, more and more people are getting safe and effective pain relief from Curamin, the natural way to beat pain. Discover all the benefits of Curamin with a visit to Nature's Pantry in Chalet Village. Improve your physical well-being with Curamin and Nature's Pantry, 555 East Elm Street in Lebanon.
Oh, real estate. Not really any fun, is it? Whether you need to move because of work, just time to move up, or size down, there's a ton of stuff to worry about when looking for a home. Are they asking too much? Why are they asking so little? Home inspections, deeds, utility costs? Will the home keep its value? Is it a good area? All the paperwork, the financing, the negotiating? Oh! I think I might have lost my marbles if it wasn't for my realtor.
RE/MAX Next Generation Angie Long started in this business because she loves helping people and she loves seeing people's dream come true. So why wouldn't you call Angie Long at 718-2217?
If you're looking for a little piece of heaven in the great outdoors, somewhere that's peaceful and beautiful, then you need to check out Riverfront Campground on Highway 64. Voted #1 private campground in the Bennett Spring area by TripAdvisor. With 200 beautiful acres, Riverfront Campground can accommodate you, your entire family, and friends. They offer canoe and kayak rentals for relaxing float trips down the beautiful Niagara River. From tent sites to cabin rentals, Riverfront Campground, you'll get taken care of. Check them out online at riverfrontcampcanoe.com. That's riverfrontcampcanoe.com.
I'm Matthew Amsberg with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. There are few times in one's life more exciting than buying, building, or remodeling a home. However, we understand these times can also be some of the most stressful. When choosing a home loan lender to buy, build, or remodel, think of your neighbors at Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wilkes District semifinal night as the Yellow Jackets take on the Waynesville Tigers. Coach C is with us as we get things a little bit earlier today as far as high school football is concerned. Is that to throw a wrench in preparation in any way?
No, not at all. You know, first of all, we're out of school, so in some ways I think it's a major benefit. Obviously, you know, our purpose is that we want to get this game in and we want it to be without major delays. You never know what the weather's going to be like. It might not rain at all. Preparation-wise, we literally are going to do the exact same thing we do every game. We're just starting it at 2:30 instead of 4:30. So, you know, we're pretty excited about it, and I think, you know, all will be well.
Kind of a simple process, I guess, to move it up 2 hours, except you got to get to cooperation on the part of the officials to make it on time, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate that group. They were one of the first phone calls that we made to see if with their work schedule it would work out, and they've accommodated very graciously. And then, of course, our opponent has to also agree, and they did, and then Misha has to approve it. And so there were a lot of steps to take, but all those steps worked out, and again, I think it's going to end up being for the best for everyone, band, cheer, dance team, the student body, everybody, moving it potentially out of at least the bulk of that rain.
40-0 shutout at Branson last Friday night. How did you assess the overall performance?
Yeah, I thought all three phases played well for this time of the year. You know, you need to be playing some of your best football, and I think we definitely did that. Now, with that being said, there's still growth. There always is. And so we've been working really hard this week on trying to fix some things and improve. And we've been working really hard on our preparation for, in particularly, a very tough offense that Waynesville will bring at you, one that we don't see a lot. And they've got talent up front and talent at their skill kids. And so we've worked really hard this week to get ourselves ready and adjust from our first meeting.
A lot of people would ask, well, Coach, is the defense back to where it was? What would your response be to that?
Well, I think certainly mentally, I don't know that our defense, really ever left or changed. Some of it is the quality of opponent's offense that we saw in that little stretch that we had some problems. Now, within that, I think there was some confidence and swagger problems as well, and some hesitancy and some fear of failing. And so all that falls in that mental category, and I do think we're in a better position than we were then. I thought we took some steps forward against Rolla, and then I thought we took some more steps forward Friday. So we're expecting more steps forward this week. And clearly, to make a run in the playoffs, defense is a pivotal part of that. We've got to play solid defense in order to make a deep run.
If weather does become a factor, you've got the type of offense that can battle the elements a little bit better than most, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we've got a weather offense, if there is such a word. Snow, wind, ice, rain, we can play in it all. So that's a beautiful part about what we do, and we're in a good spot there. And I will tell you, I think our opponent is similar in that, because they're going to run the football every snap too. So I don't know that there's a great advantage to weather for either team, but that's okay. It normally is a pretty even situation weather-wise, and I rarely come into a game and think, well, what we need is the weather in order to be successful. I mean, we come into a game with a lot of other factors being the reason that we're going to win the ball game.
You have indicated numerous times that once you get to this time of the year, your football team has to want to keep going, has to be on a mission. Do you still get that vibe from your group?
Yeah, I do, for sure. And and I think our approach certainly helps. When we get to this phase of the game, we're practicing in a much shorter, crisper format. I think it really gets our kids' energy level up, and I think we get a lot more mentally fresh. And I think they're having a lot of fun right now, Kevin. They're just more upbeat at practice. It's not so hot and miserable and grindish. So I think we're as in a good a spot as we've been all year, and they're excited about the opportunities. And so now you got to go out and perform. And obviously, in this stage of the game, you've got 50% of the teams that checked in their gear at the beginning of this week, and so it doesn't get easy, and you got to perform, and so that's what we've got to do now.
Jackets are 9-1 coming into this football game, Coach. You did some math during the course of this week and discovered there's a very small percentage of football teams still playing in the state of Missouri that have just one loss on the record.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. Early in the week, one of our goals was to just encourage our kids on the outside of our circle. Sometimes there can be quite a bit of discouragement because things are never enough. I'm a Cardinal fan, and I sometimes catch myself in that same mindset of nothing's ever enough but a World Series championship. And so our kids, I think, also sometimes get the realization of that outside of our walls, and it adds a lot of pressure and sometimes some discouragement. And so I just simply wanted to pump into them that, we don't want to be satisfied. We certainly haven't accomplished even close to what we want to, but there definitely is a sense of pride that can be present when less than 1% of the teams still playing have one loss or less. Well, that's all the teams. That's the over 397 schools that play high school football in the state of Missouri. Less than 1% had one loss or less. So that's pretty cool. That's something to feel good about. Obviously, that's not what we want to hang on the mantle, but it is something that our kids can understand and easy to do, no matter what the outside says.
Well, but that's a source of pride, too, for where the program has come from and where it is right now, that you are ascending to that level, and that's been the case for the last couple of years. So that's something that you expect, isn't it?
It is, and we want an expectation that I believe we have right now, not only inside our walls, but in our community. But it is a double-edged sword, and I think people do forget. I know you can remember, and even I can now, since I'm pretty crusty at this point, being here 18 18 years, we can remember days that maybe weren't quite as fruitful as the days that we're in right now. But a lot of folks can forget that pretty quickly, and it's what have you done lately? But nonetheless, I would rather have an expectation from a community of being a champion than an expectation of hoping to not be a loser. So we'll take this high expectation any day of the week. But with that being said, Kevin, we've got to do things to keep our kids mentally right, because if they're ate up with pressure, that isn't going to be the recipe that's going to be good for us.
You talk about process, trying to go 1-0 each and every week. Did you set overall goals? Did the team set overall goals before the season started?
That's a great question, Kevin. We really don't sit down and make outcome goals. We establish a mission and a vision statement, which we hang up in our locker room, and then we really try to get ourselves wrapped around in pride and performance, one game at a time, one play at a time, and not really look at, well, we've got to be a conference champ, we've got to be a district champ, we got to be a state, all those outcome goals that are there. I mean, any team wants those things, but I think you got to be much more driven on little victories than just the big ones. Beating Camdenton, I know, in every coffee shop in town. That's the ultimate goal. I was told when I got hired here 18 years ago, Kevin, we could lose every game but that one and I would be mayor. Well, I can assure you that that's not how I feel. That game's important, but we want to win every game. We want to win every snap. And so that's really where we're at with our goals, is just trying to be the very best football team we can be.
Well, if you take care of business, those goals kind of take care of themselves, don't they?
Absolutely, Kevin. 100% right.
Waynesville, back to them, the wing. Coach Barkley, what he's instituted. Impressive offense. They can control the football, got a good offensive line. They moved the football in the first game. What have you tried to do this week in practice to try to hopefully counteract that?
Well, number one, we've got to be more disciplined than we were last time. We've got to be more gap sound than we were last time. Last time we did not do a good job of defending each gap, and they took advantage of those mistakes. We oftentimes last time played 2 in 1 gap. Our linebackers would fit with D linemen, and that's on me. We just didn't invest enough in the preparation for the offense. Right now, I feel 1,000% better in our preparation. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy, because we're playing a good offensive line and good skilled kids that are going to be carrying the football, so that means it's never easy. But I do think that we'll at least be more sound, we'll fit it better, and now we got to make those play.
As we said earlier, weather could be a factor tonight, but in that first game, Will, you had maybe your most balanced offensive performance of the season when it comes to running and also throwing the football against Waynesville.
Yeah, we did both very well. They certainly wanted to load it up, and so when you do that and you add that safety to the equation, then things can get a little bit interesting. And so certainly throwing the football is a factor that's important. I will tell you that wasn't the leading thing in my mind about moving the game, but definitely, especially early in the game, it could be something that could be very important.
Coming off the Rowland, the Branson games, you're pretty comfortable with where the offense is?
Definitely. I mean, right now, we talk in the office and with our kids that the key is us, not stubbing our own toe. Typically teams have not forced us to punt. We've forced us to punt right now. And so we've got to do a good job of eliminating penalties that we've created mentally, and we've got to take care of the football. And so those are two things that we've got to do really well. And if we do, I feel very good about us moving the football and scoring points.
Coach, thanks. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, sir.
I'm John Gideon with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Our athletes are winners on and off the field and the court. They play with integrity, strive to serve, are true team players, and intentionally seek excellence. Our banking team also embodies these leadership characteristics. When it comes to banking, choose the winning team, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, and go Jackets. We're all behind you 100%. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summit Natural Gas is proud of the investments it's made in the communities we serve. We're proud of the great local talent on our team, the contributions we make to local town revenue, and the high-quality, safe system we've built to deliver North American source gas directly to your home. Call us today at 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more. That's 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more.
Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries has the concrete you need, whether you're putting in a new patio, building, or remodeling, or just repairing. Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries delivers to Laclede County and the surrounding area, providing quality concrete to the homeowner and the building contractor. Free estimates are provided. They'll deliver any amount for all types of concrete construction when you want it and where you want it. Call Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries for prompt delivery to your job site. 532-2728.
This is the sound of your work project when you don't have the material you need to finish the job. All your friends are putting away their tools and in a moment heading home, leaving you all alone. That's when it hits you. You know a place that sells steel in all sizes and shapes to finish any project, anywhere.
Hey guys! I know a place!
McKell Industrial Supply now offers steel and sheets, pipe, and angle iron. For your steel supply needs, see McKell Industrial at 208 West Bland or call 417-532-3167.
For some jobs, your toolbox is fine.
Can I borrow your drill? Thanks.
For others, you need the big toolbox.
Can I borrow your air ratchet? Thanks.
But for jobs outside the toolbox,
you don't happen to have a forklift in there, do you?
We've got what you need.
Whether it fits inside the toolbox or not, Sing Rental has the top quality, well-maintained equipment you need. From trucks to tools, from lifts to loaders. For any project, big or small, Sing Rental buys it so you don't have to. Call Sing Rental or go to singrentals.com.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Tracker boats have been proudly made in the USA since 1978 and are designed to be dependable fishing machines. And Tracker Marine in Lebanon needs your help. We're currently hiring for all skill positions on first and second shifts. When you join Tracker Marine, you join a company with roots right here in the Ozarks. A 45% merchandise discount at Bass Pro Shops, advancement opportunities, and a family atmosphere awaits you when you join Tracker Marine in Lebanon. To apply and learn more, go to basspro.com/careers.
Keep up to date on how the VFW is working across America to improve the quality of life for veterans, service members, and their families, and to improve communities worldwide. VFW Post 4107 is very proud to be a part of the community. If you're interested in upcoming events, check out the local chapter on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/VFW Post 4107 events or call area code 417-532-2627.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Your look, your style, your image, your fashion. We know exactly what you're looking for.
For Granted Salon and Boutique in the heart of Osage Beach offers only the most high-end and luxurious apparel and hair services. Located off Osage Beach Parkway, across from Quick Car. Never be taken for granted.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
A little over 10 minutes away from opening kickoff, Lebanon and Waynesville. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Tigers on offense. They run out of that single wing with two tight ends, DJ Horry and Josh Bess. Offensive tackles are Nico Fau and J.J. Rodriguez, and the guards are Jacob Forshey and Caleb Salinas, and Jonathan Hubbard is the center. Again, good size on that Waynesville offensive front. They go 290, 270, 195, 290, 250, and 285. So Tigers, they can run the football and they can clear the lanes on offense, as we saw in that first game. The running backs are Chase Thomas Plummer and Michael Kelsey Jr., and Dylan Smith is the fullback, and David Vernon is the quarterback for Waynesville. They're coached by Kyle Barkley, Yidel Santana, and also Nico Fowl, the defensive ends, Jacob Forshey and J.J. Rodriguez inside. Linebackers Atao Ossie and Isaiah Hopper, along with Cam Wilson and Josh Best. A freshman, Adam Moss, is the free safety, with Tyreek Brooks and Chase Thomas Plummer, the cornerbacks for Waynesville. For Lebanon tonight on defense, Jaden Hubler on the nose. Ethan Faircloth is a tackle. Gunnar Williams and Thomas Howe, defensive ends. Jax Glendenning and Nathan Bartell, the linebackers. Bartell just having a sensational defensive season for Lebanon, as he has 5 sacks, 101 tackles, and 14 tackles for loss to lead the Lebanon defensive unit. Preston Ellingson at a linebacking spot. He'll share time with Cameron Heinrichs. Griffin Jones, another linebacker. Austin Hendricks is the free safety. Jacoby Foltz and Caleb Nail also in the secondary, and joined by Jared Singh, who had a touchdown on a fumble return last week in the win over Branson. Jackets offensively, Austin Hendricks and Hoyt Honey, the receivers, along with Jacoby Foltz. Gavin Smith at quarterback, Cade Musha and Jax Glendenning, and Nathan Bartell in the backfield. Ethan Faircloth and Thomas Howe are the tackles. Gunnar Williams and Danon Conrad are the guards. And Brandon Hudson gets the start at center tonight for Lebanon. Again, $50 for every Lebanon touchdown donated by the Lebanon Optimist Club tonight in the battle against pediatric cancer. Will Christian, 13-6 against Waynesville since he arrived in Lebanon in 2005. 124-73 in his 18th season at Lebanon, and 160-83 in his 22nd season overall. We're getting ready for football. Lebanon and Waynesville. The kickoff is coming your way next here on 103.7.
And now, the pros and cons of getting a new patio. 1. Your neighborhood block parties are sure to be a smash. 2. The sheer beauty of your new patio will tempt you into a staycation instead of a vacation to Rio de Janeiro. 3. The resale value on your home just skyrocketed. Celebrate with a barbecue. Now, the cons. Well, there's only one. Concrete. And lots of it. And nobody does it better than we do.
Bulldog Concrete in Osage Beach. We make backyards beautiful.
First State Community Bank. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. As First State Community Bank, we're proud to support our Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Conway Bears. Being a part of the Laclede County community is important to us, and giving back is what we do. So we've got spirit. How about you? Go Jackets, go Bears. We are First State Community Bank. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, online at fscb.com. Find us on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember some things about my elementary school years. I remember, what's her name in 5th grade. I had a crush on her, but never told her. I remember the lunch lady. She used to bang a metal spoon on the counter when we got out of line. Her name escapes me. But I do remember the name of our bus driver, Mrs. Bernie Donnelly.
If you're looking for a rewarding career, the Lebanon R3 School District is now hiring and has openings for paraprofessionals, cooks, custodians, and bus drivers. These are well-compensated job opportunities with benefits to the right candidate, and signing bonuses are available. To find out more, go to lebanon.k12.mo.us.
Hi, this is Brad Miser with Henderson Heating and Cooling. Since 1958, Henderson Heating and Cooling has been serving countless homes and businesses with the latest in HVAC technology and prompt, reliable service that you can count on, with the best products and services that you have come to know for the past 60 years. We are a trained comfort specialist dealer and a Daikin Comfort Pro dealer. So if you are doing new construction or wanting to upgrade your existing heating and cooling system, call Henderson Heating and Cooling today. We are always happy to serve you. Henderson Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be a part of the communities we serve.
I'm Kim White from Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Coaches and athletes, we know you're working hard each day. This athletic season, remember, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks is behind you 100%. From your neighborhood banking family, good luck and play hard. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summit Natural Gas is proud of the investments it's made in the communities we serve. We're proud of the great local talent on our team, the contributions we make to local town revenue, and the high-quality, safe system we've built to deliver North American source gas directly to your home. Call us today at 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more. That's 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more.
Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries has the concrete you need, whether you're putting in a new patio, building, or remodeling, or just repairing. Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries delivers to Laclede County and the surrounding area, providing quality concrete to the homeowner and the building contractor. Free estimates are provided. They'll deliver any amount for all types of concrete construction when you want it and where you want it. Call Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries for prompt delivery to your job site. 532-2728.
You're listening to Regional Radio for the Ozarks, KJEL Lebanon. The dedicated employees at G3 Boats in Lebanon know about the hard work and discipline it takes to have a winning team. We proudly support all our athletes and wish them the very best this season. G3 Boats, a great catch.
High school football on Regional Radio Sports, brought to you by Lebanon Ready Mix, by Shadle's Colonial Chapel, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, Remax Next Generation, by G3 Boats, Missouri Cooperage, Camberlock Engineering, by Sing Rental, by the Gravel Bar, Nature's Pantry, Crow Paint and Glass, by David Lehman Insurance, and by Tracker Boats, Missouri Eagle, McAll Industrial Supply, Taylor's Dairy Joy, Napa Auto Parts, Lebanon Family Dentistry, by the Riverfront Campground, and by VFW Post 4107. Here's tonight's officiating crew for this district football game. The referee is Kevin Reinhardt. Michael Stelz is the umpire. Jeff Thompson is the linesman. The line judge is Brian Atrip, and the back judge is Alan Dobson. Got a wind blowing out of the south-southwest about 20 miles an hour. So for both these teams, good thing they primarily run the football.
Yeah, and it's a sustained wind, so it's not going to lighten up and give you an opportunity to kind of, I guess a term to throw around the wind. You're going to have to just deal with it, and that, of course, will affect at times the ability to kick the football, and we'll see how that all plays. And again, we can talk about the weather. I think Will Christian in your pregame show pretty much stated it doesn't matter what the weather is. You don't really game plan around the weather, but I think it does become somewhat of a factor in a football game, obviously. And we've got overcast skies, that wind really whipping around Jacket Stadium. And again, we talked about the size of crowds, and we're so used to such a big crowd, even though last week's crowd a little bit smaller than usual. And, of course, we talked about the fact when you get in district play, they up the cost of that. Now, local businessman, the good friend of ours, Charlie Brown, said, you know what, you come to the game, I got your ticket paid for.
Did, for the student body.
Yeah. For the student body, and of course, there were some of those on hand, and they camouflaged out tonight. That was their theme, and we see them down there in the hunter orange and the camouflage, and some of them have stayed away. Of course, they didn't have school today, and that also kind of throws you a little bit of a curveball. The teams are meeting at the 50-yard line and determine who will take the football first in this football game, and we'll get things rolling along, and hopefully before any really bad weather starts to come our way and we get this football game completed. Probably the worst thing that can happen, Kevin, is get halfway through this game and have to come back.
Yeah. That is not a scenario that you want to see unfold. That's why the 5 o'clock start, and we're seeing a lot more games pushed back to tomorrow.
And I do like the fact that I'd rather, this may be just a preference on my part, but I think it would be Will Christian's as well. I'd rather play at 5 o'clock today than try to get the troops ready again to play on a Saturday afternoon when they're not used to that.
Well, Lebanon, as usual, they win the coin toss, decline, so Waynesville will get the football first as we see their Hall of Fame former coach Rick Vernon file his way into the Waynesville seating area here at Jacket Stadium, so always good to see him.
There's a guy that put together a great tradition of Waynesville football, put a couple of people in the NFL, and
won a state
championship, and he knows how to win football games.
He was the last Waynesville coach to beat Lebanon. That was 2013, 9 years ago, in the district here at LHS after Lebanon won the regular season game at Waynesville. This is 2022, and Lebanon will kick it off.
Lebanon will be in their home black uniforms with the shiny gold helmets, with the black shirts, black pants, no striping with the gold numerals. And Waynesville in their traveling white jerseys with the orange numerals outlined in black with the black and orange striping on the sleeve. Orange pants with the black and white striping, and the black helmet with the tiger paw on the side as we get set for football action on a Friday afternoon. We'll start the game somewhere around 74 degrees. And again, we've talked about and chronicled that we'll be playing with about a 20-mile-an-hour consistent wind, and it may be blowing actually a little bit harder than that at times here at Jacket Stadium. Lebanon will kick going left to right as we're ready to start this football game between these two teams, former rivals in the Mid-Missouri Conference and now in the Ozark Conference, playing for a semifinal district matchup between either the Camden Lakers or the Rolla Bulldogs next Friday night as we get set for football action. Here is Hall of Fame broadcaster Kevin Stubblefield.
Rhett Rhodes will approach off the hold of Drew Bowling, and he will sail that one with the wind at his back all the way through the end zone. So Waynesville will take it at the 20-yard line on the touchback.
Already seen the leg of Rhett Rhodes. He can put it in the end zone anyway, but to be able to do that with the help of the wind.
So the Tigers will come out. They had two 100-yard rushers, Chase Thomas Plummer 122 and Michael Kelsey at 152 in the first meeting here at Jacket Stadium. Tigers run out of that single wing. David Vernon at quarterback, four-man front for Lebanon. Vernon takes the snap. He's going to keep the football himself, and he will drive forward and pick up about 3 yards on first down. Nathan Bartell made the stop for Lebanon.
And Davin Vernon's the guy's the name you're going to hear a lot. He's going to run the football out of that direct snap a lot. We saw that back when we played back on the 23rd of September. He was a lot of their offense and running the football out of almost a wildcat-type offense because you're using that quarterback pretty much as a running back.
They give Vernon 4 on first down. It's second down and 6 for Waynesville. And there's the snap. And this time it's Chase Thomas Plummer across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. Austin Hendricks and Nathan Bartell combined for the stop.
And remember, Waynesville runs kind of an oddity out of this running formation they run, which is a lot like the Lebanon offense out of the flex mode. But the running back, like Plummer, is right next to Vernon, the quarterback, so you don't know exactly who's going to get that snap. And at times, it looks like both of them have their hands on it.
Third down for Waynesville. Third down and a long 2. We'll call it 3 from the 27-yard line. Just underway, Jacket Stadium. Waynesville will shift the offensive line, and there's a flag down. Jackets claim that it should be a legal procedure against the Tigers.
And I think Waynesville is going to argue that it's encroachment against Lebanon. Waynesville shifting the offensive line kind of like a swinging gate, and we'll see which way this goes, and it's going to go against Lebanon.
Offside call, so that'll give Waynesville an automatic first down.
So a little bit of a wrinkle there, and we saw a couple of different types of things that first half against Waynesville, and they did use a swinging gate offensive line at times where that line moves, and Lebanon didn't stay put and gives up a penalty first down.
Ball out at the 32-yard line for the Tigers, first and 10. There's the snap. And it's going to be Plummer hit hard at the line of scrimmage and maybe got one on the play. As the Jackets with a solid defensive series there.
Well, Waynesville overloaded the offensive line on the right side, and that was that direct snap really almost between Vernon and Plummer. And you almost have to put the glasses on him to figure out that Vernon got a hand on him, but quickly it went to Plummer.
Second down and 9 for the Tigers from their own 34. And Waynesville will shift the offensive line, this time from left to right. Ball near the right hash. Vernon on the direct snap, running right, and he will cross the 35 and get piled up at about the 38-yard line. Jacoby Foltz and again Austin Hendricks along with Griffin Jones combining on the tackle.
Lebanon collapsing really well on that play to the left side. Got a lot of hats around the ball on the left side of the offensive line or defensive line there, and Hendricks coming up from a safety spot, and Jacoby Fultz coming up to make the tackle.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. They would like a clock-running, time-consuming drive to start the football game here. On 3rd down, here is Plummer trying to hurdle his way across the defensive front, and the Jackets will stonewall him and knock him back. He got to the 40-yard line as he tried to pull a Dwight Stones that time and just jump over everybody, but he only got 2.
Well, he's not going to win the Olympic gold medal there, and he was way too far to dive for a first down. He was about 5 yards away, and now 4th down and about 4, maybe a long 3 for Waynesville, and
they're showing the tendency to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it, and here is Plummer running right, tripped up in the backfield, and spilled.
Glendenning was the guy that got there, the outside linebacker, and he read it well, and Plummer never got back to the line of scrimmage, and Waynesville turns it over on downs. And you could argue and be correct, I think, from a fundamental football standpoint, hey, you got to punt the football away. But you know what? You come into a semifinal game, district game, you're 2-8. Playing one of the top teams in the state at 9-1. You know what? Roll the dice and see what happens.
That's what Coach Barkley did, but the Jackets are equal to the challenge. Now Waynesville will see Lebanon set up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 8:45 to go in the opening period of play. Cade Musha, big hole up the middle as he rambles inside the 30, inside the 25, and down to the Waynesville 24.
Isaiah Hopper come up to make the tackle, 5'10", 165, and a junior, an inside linebacker, and he was the final guy to be able to get a hand on Musha, or he was going to take that one to the house.
Butcher shot 1st down on the first snap on offense for Lebanon. Smith brings them to the line of scrimmage. Hendricks and Fultz, the tight ends. And here is all kinds of movement along the offensive front and defensive front before the ball gets snapped.
Well, Lebanon went in motion with Bartell, as they usually do, and the defense jumped, and they're going to get called for encroachment.
That'll be a 5-yard mark-off against the Tigers.
Got to get used to Lebanon in that motion, because they're going to send both Glendenning and Bartell in motion all night long.
19-yard line,
1st and 5 for Lebanon from the 19. Jackets already in the red zone. Here's a handoff, and again, it's Musha pile driving off the left side and down near the 11-yard line.
Well, absent a mistake here, won't take Lebanon long to get in the end zone after Waynesville turns the ball over on downs. Lebanon now at the 11-yard line of the Tigers.
1st down at the 11-yard line. 1st down line brought to you tonight by the Butcher Shop of Camdenton. Jackets knocking on the door, trying to get on the scoreboard from the Waynesville 11-yard line. Handoff on the counter play. Bartell gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. Continues to surge forward, though, and he's inside the 5-yard line. Tigers had him stoned at the point of attack with Isaiah Hopper, the linebacker, but Bartell able to push forward and almost got in.
And then Bartell fumbled the ball at the end of the play, but he was already down. The ball rode into the end zone, but the Jackets jumped on it inside the end zone, but it's going to come back to the 1-yard line anyway. So Lebanon uses the counter play, and Bartell takes it down to the 1, and a 1st and goal for Lebanon.
Smith under center, takes the snap, and he will quarterback sneak straight ahead for a Lebanon touchdown. Smith in the end zone for the 11th time this year. Well, Jackets take advantage of advantageous field position and drive 39 yards to the end zone to take a 6-0 lead.
Well, a good statement by the Jacket offense. You know what? If you're going to roll the dice against our defense, then the offense is going to come back and make you pay your due. And that's exactly what they did, and Rhodes will try the extra point.
38-40 on the season, out of the hole to Bowling. High snap, ball on the tee, extra point sent in the air, and it's up and good. 7:11 to go in the first quarter. District semifinal action in Class 5. Lebanon 7, Waynesville nothing. Back in a moment.
This is the sound of your work project when you don't have the material you need to finish the job. All your friends are putting away their tools, and in a moment, heading home, leaving you all alone. That's when it hits you. You know a place that sells steel in all sizes and shapes to finish any project, anywhere.
Hey guys! I
I know a place!
McKell Industrial Supply now offers steel and sheets, pipe, and angle iron. For your steel supply needs, see McKell Industrial at 208 West Bland or call 417-532-3167.
For some jobs, your toolbox is fine.
Can I borrow your drill? Thanks.
For others, you need the big toolbox.
Can I borrow your air ratchet? Thanks.
But for jobs outside the toolbox,
You don't happen to have a forklift in there, do you?
we've got what you need.
Whether it fits inside the toolbox or not, Sing Rental has the top quality, well-maintained equipment you need. From trucks to tools, from lifts to loaders. For any project, big or small, Sing Rental buys it so you don't have to. Call Sing Rental or go to singrentals.com.
Another booming kickoff by Rhodes, and Waynesville will take over at the 20-yard line, their second offensive possession.
Good start by the Jackets. Not an unusual start for Lebanon in the first quarter. They're usually pretty proficient offensively, and they stuck it in the end zone and using up very little time to do so.
Minute 34, 4 plays and 39 yards. Here is the snap to Vernon, and he hands the football off on first down to Kelsey, and he will lunge forward to the 23.
Michael Kelsey Jr., the ball carrier.
And he picks up 3 on first down. And Kelsey in that first game ran for 152 on 26 carries.
Ball moves to the Tiger 23-yard line, second down and 7.
The Lebanon's had an opportunity to play against you once. See you on film now. And you're going to have to make some adjustments to be able to beat this very good Lebanon defense.
Second down and 7 from the 23. There's the snap. Vernon will hand the football off on the counter play, and slipping down at the line of scrimmage is Chase Thomas Plummer.
Bartell was there and set up to make the tackle, and I think Plummer thought about using a hard cut, and when he did, he lost his footing on the turf, and Bartell just had to tap him down there.
3rd and 7 for the Tigers. 6:18 to go. First quarter, Lebanon leads 7-0. Tigers will put 3 receivers in the pattern this time. There's the snap to Vernon down the line on the option play. Hit as he delivered the football, and there is Bartell in the backfield to tackle Kelsey for a loss back to the 20-yard line.
Kelsey got a late pitch and had no place to go with it because Bartell was already there in his face, and the Tigers now facing 4th down and long, and we'll see if they make a decision about punting the football. Mason Wright does their place kicking, and if I remember correctly, may have done their punting as well.
Well, the offensive folks stay out there for the Tigers. 4th and 10 from the 20. Vernon's going to go back, and he's going to throw the football as he airs it out long down the sideline, and the ball is going to be knocked away and almost intercepted by Hendricks. So Lebanon's going to get the football at the Waynesville 20.
Well, DJ Horry was in double coverage down the field, and that's where Vernon decided to throw the football, and Hendricks nearly came up with an interception.
So Lebanon will get it at the 21-yard line. First down in Waynesville territory. 5:16 remaining in the opening period. And the Jackets already in the lead, 7-0.
I guess there's rolling the dice, and now there's betting the farm.
Ball on the left hash. Smith hands the football off to Musha, and he surges forward, and he's down to about the 16-yard line on first down. Over 1,500 yards rushing for the Lebanon senior fullback.
Brandon Hudson that time leading the pathway to the end zone from his center spot. He has had a very solid season, as this offensive line has, but not very often have we seen a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback, and what a great job he's done blocking.
Tigers look to bring the house. There's a toss sweep, and it's Glendenning at the 10, at the 5, and he's going to be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Well, one official is pointing to the official in the middle of the end zone and allowed him to call it a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the sideline official couldn't get a good look at it, and he pointed toward the official in the middle, who then signaled the touchdown.
So Glendenning, he's got a chance for a 1,000-yard season, and he is in the end zone from 16 yards out. Rhodes, the point after, up and good, and the Jackets lead the Tigers 14-0. Jackets taking advantage of the short field here in the early going, and we'll have the Rhodes kickoff coming up next.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Tracker boats have been proudly made in the USA since 1978 and are designed to be dependable fishing machines. And Tracker Marine in Lebanon needs your help. We're currently hiring for all skill positions on first and second shifts. When you join Tracker Marine, you join a company with roots right here in the Ozarks. A 45% merchandise discount at Bass Pro Shops, advancement opportunities, and a family atmosphere awaits you when you join Tracker Marine in Lebanon. To apply and learn more, go to basspro.com/careers.
Another touchback by Rhodes on the kickoff through the end zone. Jax Glenitting with his 8th touchdown run of the season. And the Jackets have a 14-0 lead. So Waynesville's had the football 3 times, each time starting at their own 20. Lebanon has started at the Tigers 39 and the Tigers 21. On first down, here is Vernon. Ran into his own blocker and dives forward, got 1 or 2. Gunnar Williams on the tackle for Lebanon. And a 2-yard gain brings up second down and 8.
Lebanon defense made Waynesville turn it over on downs. Their first 2 possessions they've had the football.
Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Bess is split out to the right side as a tight end. Toss sweep Plummer, giving up ground, and he is going to lose yardage back to the 20. Lebanon stringing out the sweep to the far boundary, and Chase Thomas Plummer, he is dropped for a loss. They will give him forward progress to the 21, so he loses 1. Well, this Lebanon defense, I think they were probably challenged and forced to remember what happened in the first game when the Tigers ran the ball up and down the field.
Trying to make a statement, hey, this is not September 23rd.
3rd down and 9 from the 21. Brooks in as a tight end, and here's movement.
Not so sure Lebanon didn't jump this time. They've been called once already for that.
They've gotten fair cloth for the encroachment. Well, Waynesville's heading back toward their own end zone, but it is offside against Lebanon.
5-yard penalty. You're right. Waynesville huddled up back at the 8-yard line. They're going to have quite the jog back up to the line of scrimmage.
So Lebanon with 2 offside infractions here in the opening period of play. So that'll leave the Tigers with a manageable 3rd down and 4. And here are the Tigers jumping off prior to the snap of the football. I don't see a penalty marker down.
Either, but it was obvious that on the right side looked like whoever lined up as a flanker, and I didn't catch who that was, but it looked like they really got an early start.
So Vernon got a couple on the carry. 4th down and 2 for the Tigers, and we'll see if they go for it again. They would be punting against the wind. Jackets almost jumped, and now here's the linesman from across the way coming in to interrupt things.
Yeah, a little meeting about this one and which way they will go.
False start this time against Waynesville.
It was Brooks that I thought got an early start the last time. He kind of lines up as a slot on that right side. But they get nailed with the penalty here, and now it's 4th and about 8.
14-0 Lebanon with 2:31 to go. Quarter number 1 here at Jacket Stadium. So it'll be 4th down and 7, I should say, for Waynesville from the 23.
Finley moves the ball to the Waynesville 23-yard line. 4th down and 7.
There's the snap, and it is going to be Plummer running left, and Bartell will put a shoulder in him and knock him down to the 29, and Lebanon gets another 4th down stop.
And Lebanon will play with the short field yet again.
So Waynesville 0 for 3 on 3rd and 4th downs to start the football game. And the offense comes back on the field. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the Waynesville 28.
So the Jackets, started drives at about the 34, the 20, and now
39, 21, and 28.
So they've really had a short field to work for.
Football on the right hash. And 1st down for LHS. Smith sends Bartell in motion, handoff left side to Musha, and this time the Waynesville defense will corral him at the 26. And it's the linebacker Isaiah Hopper, 5'8", 190, and a sophomore, to make the stop.
His 3rd tackle of this first quarter.
2-yard gain for Musha, averaging 8 1/4 per carry and 154 yards per game. Putting together one of the best rushing seasons in Lebanon history. It'll be 2nd down. Musha again hit in the backfield, and he gets wrestled down forward to about the 24, but wrapped up there by the Tigers. Yeah, Cam Wilson.
Cam Wilson is 5'10", 165, and looks even a little bit more stockier than that. And the inside linebacker was there to meet Musha at the point of attack, and it's 3rd down and 6.
From the 24-yard line. Hendricks and Honey, the receivers. Toss Bartell. Glendenning looking to get a block. Bartell, a patient run. He's got the butcher shop 1st down and more. He will land just inside the 10-yard line and set up 1st and goal to go.
Well, you talked about that's a great description of a patient run, because he broke to the outside. He waited for Glendenning to take on the cornerback and get him out of the way, and then read which side the block was going to go, and he took him to the outside to the sideline. So he cuts back in toward the hash marks and ends up getting the butcher shop 1st down. That is just a great run.
1st and goal to go. Lebanon at the Waynesville 9. 14-0 Jackets. This may be the final play of the first quarter. Bartell again in motion. Another student body sweep to the left side. Nathan Bartell bangs his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Lebanon. Bartell into the promised land for the 12th time this season.
And the Lebanon offense, Lebanon defense, clicking in all cylinders in the first quarter of this one, and Rhodes will come up for the extra point.
Drew Bowling again to hold. And the extra point is airborne and through. Lebanon 21 and Waynesville nothing. We're late in the first quarter. Back with the kickoff in a moment.
Keep up to date on how the VFW is working across America to improve the quality of life for veterans, service members, and their families, and to improve communities worldwide. VFW Post 4107 is very proud to be a part of the community. If you're interested in upcoming events, check out the local chapter on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/VFW Post 4107 events or call area code 417-532-2627.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
This will be returned by Ossie from about the 5-yard line out near the 20 for the Tigers. And first down for Waynesville, their 4th possession of this first quarter.
4 possessions, 3 of the possessions have been turned over on downs, so they've gone nowhere the first 3 times they've had the football. They picked up a first down because of a Lebanon penalty. Other than that, they have been stifled by this defense.
15 seconds remaining on the clock. Tigers will have the wind in the second quarter. Waynesville has some work to do, down by 3 scores. Vernon takes the snap, hands the football off, and it's going to be Plummer sweeping left, and he's got about 4. Bartell and Jones combined to make the tackle, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. After 1 in Class 5 District 5 semifinal play, it's Lebanon 21 and Waynesville nothing on Regional Radio KJL.
Your look, your style, your image, your fashion. We know exactly what you're looking for.
For Granted Salon and Boutique in the heart of Osage Beach offers only the most high-end and luxurious apparel and hair services. Located off Osage Beach Parkway, across from Quick Car. Never be taken for granted.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon Athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Waynesville with the football to start the second quarter of play in a ball game dominated by the Jackets so far, 21-0. Waynesville with the ball, 2nd down and 6. They now go left to right. As Kevin said, now they play with the wind to their back. They will run the football, and they will try to run it with Kelsey, and he goes absolutely nowhere. They may have inched out a yard, and that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
Glendenning another solid play to make the stop for Lebanon.
Ball moves to the Waynesville 25-yard line. 3rd down and 5.
So the Tigers now facing yet another long 3rd down and 5. Come out, overload the left side. And the snap is to Kelsey again. He goes straight up the middle, and he's got just no place to go. Nail was there.
Jackets just clogging every running lane so far between the tackles.
And it's 4th down.
Ball moves to the Tiger 26.
And on 4th down, their MO has been to go for it, and I would assume that will still be what they will do. It'll be 4th down and 4 with the ball at the Tiger 26-yard line. Best, the tight end, now splits out right as a receiver. They run with a slot to the left. There's the snap. Vernon, the quarterback, on the option, and he's going to dive ahead. He doesn't option the ball, dives ahead. The spot may determine whether or not he got the first down. It's going to be really close. And he gets the first down.
Glendenning on the tackle, but a 4th down, 5-yard run by David Vernon.
I actually thought he was going to be just a bit short. So 1st down and 10. That's 2nd first down I think Waynesville's had in this first half. And they have the ball at their own 31-yard line. Now they run with 3 in the backfield. And Vernon fumbles the ball on the snap, and he picks it up, and he's in jail as Glendenning has him. Here comes Singh to finish him off. And that'll be a big loss. And it was actually Plummer that got the direct snap, and he fumbled the football. And you have to wonder, with so many people taking the snaps at times, if that doesn't cause some issues as far as timing goes.
Yeah, if you're right next to the quarterback as a running back and that snap is a little bit off, you're wondering, hey, is he snapping it to me or not?
Plummer's in motion. They're going to throw the football. They get a receiver wide open as Lebanon bit on the fake as it's tossed to Best, and he's going to go for the touchdown if he's not caught. Singh got him by the ankles, but he dives ahead to the end zone. And about a 70-yard pass that goes for the touchdown. His best was wide open. I mean, there was nobody around him.
Well, as you say, the Lebanon defense bit on the run, and they let the tight end all by his lonesome up this near sideline, and nobody close. Jackets almost caught him, but he was able to dive across and into the end zone. 76-yard touchdown pass from Vernon to Josh Bess.
Well, that's one of those that everything is going your way. You're stopping the run, and then they almost set it up to look like a reverse. They're going to run the two-point conversion here. They'll not get in, as Kelsey tried to get in, and he got stopped right at the 1-yard line. So you got fooled a little bit, snake bit a little bit, maybe a little bit complacent, and you give up the big touchdown pass. The extra point is no good, makes it a 21-6 football game, and we're back after this on the regional radio.
And now, the pros and cons of getting a new patio. 1. Your neighborhood block parties are sure to be a smash. 2. The sheer beauty of your new patio will tempt you into a staycation instead of a vacation to Rio de Janeiro. 3. The resale value on your home just skyrocketed. Celebrate with a barbecue. Now, the cons. Well, there's only one. Concrete. And lots of it. And nobody does it better than we do.
Bulldog Concrete in Osage Beach. We make backyards beautiful.
First State Community Bank. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. As First State Community Bank, we're proud to support our Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Conway Bears. Being a part of the Laclede County community is important to us, and giving back is what we do. So we've got spirit. How about you? Go Jackets, go Bears. We are First State Community Bank. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, online at fscb.com. Find us on Facebook.
Well, Austin Hendricks backpedals quite a distance to get the kickoff and then brings it back to about the 33-yard line. But I don't know if I've seen anybody backpedal that far for a kickoff and come up with it.
That's really a nice play by Hendricks. That's a infielder battling the wind with a pop fly that's going all different directions while in the air.
That's exactly what they look like. That looked like a shortstop going back, wondering where the center fielder was at. First down and 10, a man in motion for Lebanon. Here's the snap and the give to Musha, off tackle left side, and he gets roped down as he got picked up by Jacob Forshe, who's 6'4", 285, and he wrangled him down from the top of the shoulder pads. It'll be second down for Lebanon. Jackets lead at 21-6 here in the first half. Hendricks, the tight end, split it just a bit off the line of scrimmage to the right. Lebanon facing the wind. They go right to left. Linden is in motion. They'll toss the ball to him. He'll sweep to the right side. He'll get across the 40 and get a butcher's shot first down depending on the spot here, and it should be a first down, and it is.
Cam Wilson, that 225-pound linebacker, showing some good range as he pursued and made the tackle, but not before Glendenning moves the chains with a butcher shot first down.
Glendenning came into the ball game averaging 10 yards a carry. Started the game with 800 yards rushing. He could easily get to 1,000 yards tonight. Here's a give right up the middle to Musha, off tackle and on the right side. He explodes for a butcher shot first down. He's finally stopped at the Tiger 40-yard line. Waynesville got blown off the line of scrimmage, and Musha took advantage of that as he blew through the right side.
Ball marks at the Waynesville 40-yard line. First down, Yellow Jackets.
53 yards from Musha. So he's bearing down on that 1,600-yard plateau.
He averages 153 yards a game rushing. Smith sending Glendon in motion. Here's the inside handoff on the counter to Bartell, and there he goes to the 25-yard line and stopped at the 24 as he got tripped up by Tyreek Brooks, the cornerback, who had to come over and slide into the middle of the field to make the tackle.
16-yard run on that counter play. First time we've seen the Jackets go to that tonight. So Brian Summer opening up the playbook.
Another butcher shot first down for Lebanon. They've moved the ball to the Tiger 24-yard line on first down and 10. Lebanon's yet to throw the football. Glendon in motion. Here's the snap. It's Smith keeping the football, and the quarterback's going to find him a big hole, and he gets spun down inside the red zone across the 15 and down to the 13-yard line is Gavin Smith.
Tigers brought the house that time and invaded the backfield, but Smith had the football on that midline fake and then was able to navigate forward down close to the 12.
Smith has been averaging 86 yards a game rushing the football. He's already scored a touchdown in this game, which gave him 11 for the season. He's accounted for 17 touchdowns, either running or throwing the football during the season. Smith under center. Here's the give to Musha. Huge hole on the left side, and he will streak to the end zone from 14 yards away. Musha had a huge hole off that right side as Conrad and Faircloth and Hudson all knocked people out of the way to get into the end zone.
About 26 trips to the end zone this season for the Lebanon senior fullback. So a 6-play, 68-yard drive to answer the Waynesville TD, and now Lebanon goes for 2.
With the wind blowing in their face, and if the whistle blows, I think Lebanon may have illegal motion here, or may have called a timeout. Lebanon did call timeout before they tried the extra point. So the Jackets up 27-6 right now. Kevin told you that Musha with those touchdown, he's a machine when he gets near the end zone. As he has 26 touchdowns on the season, the Jackets have 57 rushing touchdowns this year.
Well, averaging 44, almost 45 points a game coming in.
Over 400 yards rushing per game this season. You got running backs that are averaging 8 yards a carry, 9 yards a carry. Glendoning's averaging about 12 yards a carry. They are just a dynamite team of being able to run the football, and of course all of that, and nobody would question this, starts at the offensive line.
For sure.
So now the 2-point conversion after the Musha touchdown coming up here. Smith will reset them. And here's a snap, and Waynesville's offsides. So the Tigers trying to get a quick jump, and they did, and too quick. So we've had a timeout, now a penalty in this attempt for an extra point. This has been the longest part of the game.
Yes. Been cruising right along with a couple of running teams.
We're going to get home so early on a Friday night, we won't know what to do. So Lebanon's going to try the 2-point conversion yet again. And they'll give it to Musha, and he will walk it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So Lebanon gets the 2 points, and with 7:01 to play in the first half, it's Lebanon leading the Waynesville Tigers here in Lebanon on a district semifinal night by the score 29-6. Let's take time out.
Yeah, I remember some things about my elementary school years. I remember, what's her name in 5th grade? I had a crush on her, but never told her. I remember the lunch lady. She used to bang a metal spoon on the counter when we got out of line. Her name escapes me. But I do remember the name of our bus driver, Mrs. Bernie Donnelly.
If you're looking for a rewarding career, the Lebanon R3 School District is now hiring and has openings for paraprofessionals, cooks, custodians, and bus drivers. These are well-compensated job opportunities with benefits to the right candidate, and signing bonuses are available. To find out more, go to lebanon.k12.mo.us.
Well, the weather looks frightful, but the rain's held off. It is overcast here, and the wind is blowing. But the biggest tornado coming through, and we're not anticipating a tornado, but it's the Lebanon offense and defense, and it's 29-6. Lebanon with the lead. The kick is squibbed through the middle, and Waynesville will just take the ball and down it.
Got some rain on radar approaching the Springfield area.
Isaiah Hopper got a big bounce off the turf, and he had no desire to run the ball up the field. He just took it and went to a knee. And so the Tigers will have the football. They burned Lebanon with a 70-yard touchdown pass from Vernon to Best the last time they had the ball in just about this spot. Lebanon was looking run, and they threw a pass. Now they run the football on an option play, and they will get it out to the 40-yard line.
Counter play to Brooks, his first carry.
So Brooks kind of lines up as a flanker, and that time he gets the football on the counter play.
Ball moves to the Waynesville 40-yard line.
Waynesville runs with their, we talked about their backs are right next to each other, and then they run with really close splits at the offensive line, so they're kind of bunched up. Again, two in the backfield, the direct snap, and right up the middle is Plummer, and he got pushed back after gaining a couple of yards.
Boy, Jackets have had him marked tonight, both Glendenning and also Jared Singh filling the hole in run support.
So now it's 3rd down and 1. Lebanon needs to watch that swinging gate offensive line where they shift the line from right to left or left to right, depending on which way they want to run the ball, but they'll do that before they come set. You want to get drawn off sides, give them an easy first down. So on 3rd down and 1, Tigers direct snap straight up the middle, and Plummer will get to the outside. He's going to turn the corner, and he'll finally get knocked out of bounds after picking up the first down. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. He bounced off the pile and then came to the right side, got outside the hash marks, crossed midfield, and got to the Lebanon 44-yard line.
His best run of the night. And he had to make something out of nothing because the Jackets met him right at the point of attack.
But he was able to maintain his balance and then bounced it to the outside. 1st down and 10 for Waynesville. They have the ball at the Lebanon 44-yard line. Man in motion is Brooks. Now they take the snap. They're going to run straight up the middle to Plummer after Vernon took the snap, and he'll get about 3 yards on the carry.
Fake that counter again to Brooks, and then kind of a delayed handoff right up the middle to Plummer.
Gain of 2 on the play moves the ball to the Lebanon 42-yard line. 2nd down.
Kyle Barkley's offense is very deceiving and complicated. There's a lot of moving parts to it, and once they, I think, get initiated in this, more seasoned in this is going to be a tough thing to defend.
Kind of like the Branson Flexbone. First year in any type of offense, there's growing pains.
Now they swing the gate, overload the left side. It will be Kelsey taking the direct snap. Lebanon read it well, and Kelsey fumbles the ball. It is on the ground, but Waynesville's going to come up with it. It volleyed up. Jackets had a chance to pick it off in the air, but couldn't come up with it. And it's picked up instead by Best, the tight end, who was able to come back and get the ball.
Boy, Kelsey got drilled. Ball popped out. Jackets almost had a fumble recovery.
In fact, I think Kelsey had to go to the sideline. He looked like he got drilled right in the midsection. And he hobbled off the field.
5-yard loss, so now it's 3rd and long for the Tigers. Have to go to the Lebanon 34. Jackets lead 29-6 here in the second quarter, just over 4 minutes remaining.
Tigers come out. Best splits off to the right side. Brooks is to the right side. Vernon rolls right, cocks his arm off the back foot, has the receiver, and the ball is caught by Brooks, and he'll get the first down out to the 38-yard line.
Just a roll out,
34.
Roll out by Vernon, little out pattern to Brooks, and his move allowed him to get past the first defender, and yardage after the catch allows Waynesville to apparently get a first down to the Lebanon 34.
Well, they're really eyeballing now from our spot. It looks like he got it, but they're going to bring the chains out. So you look at the angle, at least in the seat that I occupy, it looks like you got the first down. They will bring the chains out. They will stretch them out. And he is short of the first down, but not by much. Less than a yard and about half the length of the football.
Waynesville is short of the line to gain.
So it'll be 4th down. They'll bring it to the hash mark and measure again. And set the ball. Well, the winner of this one will play the winner of tomorrow afternoon's 2 o'clock game in Camdenton, as Camdenton will play Rolla. A lot of folks were thinking that it'd be a Camdenton-Glendale rematch from a couple of weeks ago, but when you get into district playoff action, you got to play the Rolla Bulldogs. You better bring your game.
And a different style Rolla football team. We saw that a couple of weeks ago.
And I have to wonder which offense they played against Glendale with. So 4th down and 1 from the Jacket 34-yard line. Here's Vernon straight up the middle, and he will plow his way for the first down, and then a flag comes out at the end of the play.
As you say, at the end of the play, I don't know if anybody grabbed a face mask for Lebanon. They did.
Face mask call is a penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
So we'll see if this appears it'll be just the inadvertent. Or as I like to call it, the misdemeanor face mask. And that's what it is.
So Waynesville 2 for 5 on 4th down conversions. They'll have it at the Lebanon 26. Trying to stay in the ball game, down by 23 with 3.5 remaining in the first half.
They go 1st down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Snap is to Plummer, trying to get to the outside on the left side. He broke a tackle, and then he slips through a couple more, and then he finally crosses the 20 and gets down close to the 15-yard line. Lebanon had a shot a couple of times, but they could not get a hold of Chase Thomas Plummer. He's 5'8", he's 175, and he was able to pick up positive yards there. He got 9 yards out of the carry.
Ball moves to the Lebanon 18-yard line.
Under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Lebanon leading 29-6. They overload the left side again. Here's the snap to Vernon. He'll go off tackle left side, and he will get very close to the first down if he didn't get it. Just short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Waynesville's mishandled the football a couple of times, but they've not coughed it up yet. Hendricks nearly had an interception in the first quarter, but Waynesville has avoided the turnover. On 3rd down and 1. In the red zone, here's the snap. Plummer's going to give the ball to Kelsey, and he will get the first down, cross the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. So Kelsey back in the game after he went to the sideline after taking a bruising hit. And he comes in and takes the first down. And I said inside the 10. They're not inside the 10. They're down at the 13-yard line.
Another tackle by Glenn Denning. He's been active tonight from his linebacking spot.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They need a first down. They'd have to get to the 3. Here's the snap. And they give up the middle, and they don't go very far with that.
Fultz made the tackle that time as Waynesville got the ball to Tao Ossie. First carry for him tonight. He's a junior running back.
In that formation, they had 3 in the backfield. So they throw a lot of different looks at you.
Yeah, almost a full house look there.
2nd down.
Now back to the wing.
And they will hand the ball on an inside handoff to Plummer, and he will get down across the 10-yard line and or close to the 10. We'll see where they mark it at. Now they'll put it at the 11. So the Jackets will take a timeout. 59 seconds remaining before the end of the first half. It's 29-6. Lebanon with the lead. Let's take timeout.
Hi, this is Brad Miser with Henderson Heating and Cooling. Since 1958, Henderson Heating and Cooling has been serving countless homes and businesses with the latest in HVAC technology and prompt, reliable service that you can count on, with the best products and services that you have come to know for the past 60 years. We are a trained comfort specialist dealer and a Daikin Comfort Pro dealer. So if you are doing new construction or wanting to upgrade your existing heating and cooling system, call Henderson Heating and Cooling today. We are always happy to serve you. Henderson Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be a part of the communities we serve.
3rd down and 9. Waynesville with the ball at the Lebanon 11-yard line.
14th play of the drive. Waynesville is eating up over 6 minutes from the clock.
Lebanon leading 29-6.
Lebanon defense, though, as they've shown all season long, giving yards grudgingly in this portion of the field.
Tigers come out. Kelsey and Vernon in the backfield. It's Vernon handing the ball to Plummer on a counter play. He slips across the 10, and he will be close but short of a first down.
Yeah, Turf Monster's gotten him a couple of times this evening.
Trying those hard cuts. Now timeout is called. Well, a crowd is starting to gather a little bit. As they used to say at Dodger Stadium in a broadcast, a late arriving crowd. First got off to a 5 o'clock start, so a lot of people getting off work on a Friday at 4 and 5 and then getting their way to the stadium to see this late afternoon game. Winner of this game will travel to Camden if Camden wins. If Camden would lose to Rolla, the Bulldogs come to Lebanon.
Ball at the Lebanon 9-yard line, 4th down and 5.
Tigers will come out now, 4th down. With the ball at the 8-yard line of Lebanon. It's 4th and about 5. See if Lebanon can hold here. They run out of a double-stack gun, and now here's Vernon to throw the football. He's going to look middle of the field. Got tapped away by Lebanon, and the Jackets have held, and Waynesville will turn it over on downs again in this first half.
Jones and Bartell both there in the end zone to defend on the pass. So again, Lebanon holds the fort defensively with Waynesville in the red zone and knocking on the door.
Vernon tried to throw a bullet through the double team that Lebanon had on the tight end, Josh Bess. And it got tapped away, and Lebanon gets it 1st down and 10. They have it at their own 8-yard line. They've got 46 seconds remaining before halftime, leading 29-6. Here's Smith, inside counter handoff. They get it to Bartell. And he's on the runner, check it, Glendening, and he's on the run across to the 30, but a flag back down at the 10, bring it back on a hold. Well, actually, personal foul, face mask against the Tigers.
Who ran the football there?
That was Glendening.
Glendening.
They ran Glendening on that inside counter play, the play they use often with Bartell. So the Jackets will have the ball right at the 45-yard line. Here again, they run the inside handoff. This is Bartell. He blows a big hole. He's across the 40, and he tumbles down to the 35-yard line. Lebanon rushes to the line of scrimmage with 28 seconds remaining. They get the ball set. Smith backs away, and now the officials stop play because they got to get the chains reset. Lebanon got up to the line a bit too early.
I thought Lebanon might just take a knee and go to the locker room, but hey, when you got this explosive offense, you got time on the clock, you might as well try to score, and that is the objective right here.
Lebanon will have the ball. Jackets actually, I thought they stopped it because of the change. Lebanon got the snap off and actually drilled it in the ground. So now it's 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the 30-yard line. Here's Smith, wants to throw. He's got a receiver, and it's caught. And Lebanon tried to get it to, they got it to Hendricks, and they flipped the ball on the hook and ladder, and they get it down to the 20-yard line. They tossed it to Bartell. I don't know that he got a very good grip on the ball, but he was able to get 3 or 4 more yards out of that.
Dangerous play on the old hitch and pitch.
I'm trying to get everything reset. It's 3rd down, about a yard for a 1st down. There's only 8 seconds remaining.
With the win, you're outside of Rhodes field goal range right now.
On that last play, pass complete incomplete to Austin Hendricks. Laterals it to Nathan Bartell.
It'll be interesting to see if Lebanon might not try to run a reverse play here. Maybe something we haven't seen. Honey is lined up to the left side once the officials break their huddle. They may want some more time put on the clock. I think that's what it is. They want more time put on the clock, and Lebanon's not going to argue about that.
That'll be beneficial.
Smith trying to get under center and start things, but the officials still trying to get the clock reset to 14 seconds. So Smith will take the snap here. Once they get things set, he's ready to go, and the officials won't let him start. He's been crouched under the center for about a half a minute. Now he's going to kill the football. Now a flag flies, and I'm not sure what we've got. So Lebanon gets called for illegal procedure. They go right back to the line of scrimmage. They got back up there, and the officials backed them off. So guys, we're gonna mark off the penalty. Now you can go. Now Smith downs the football. We got a lot of movement, not a lot of action. So Smith's going to come to the sideline. He will get the play and then bring it back out to the huddle. It will be 4th down, but that makes no difference on this. It'll be the final play of the half. Lebanon up 29-6. They'd like to punch it in one more time before they go to the locker room. Smith under center. He will take the snap. He will drop back to throw. He will look. He will gun the ball, and it's picked off by the Tigers. I think somebody may have even got a hand on it, deflected, but the Tigers will intercept the football. That will be Smith's first interception of the season, but it really means nothing here. We go to the locker room, and Lebanon leads 29-6, but we got about 3 seconds left.
Yeah, that was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and Waynesville with a pick, so the Tiger defense comes up big.
So what Lebanon doesn't want to happen is let Best get loose, as he did on a 70-yard touchdown pass in this second quarter. So Best will line up as a receiver to the right side. Vernon in the backfield, takes the snap, then he pitches the ball. They'll run it to the right side as the horn expires time, and as they will get Kelsey out to about the 40-yard line, and this half has come to an end. It is 29-6. Lebanon leads at the half in the semi-district finals here in Lebanon. Jackets with a lead at halftime. Back after this on Regional Radio.
Your look, your style, your image, your fashion. We know exactly what you're looking for.
For Granted Salon and Boutique in the heart of Osage Beach offers only the most high-end and luxurious apparel and hair services. Located off Osage Beach Parkway, across from Quick Car. Never be taken for granted.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
And now, the pros and cons of getting a new patio. 1. Your neighborhood block parties are sure to be a smash. 2. The sheer beauty of your new patio will tempt you into a staycation instead of a vacation to Rio de Janeiro. 3. The resale value on your home just skyrocketed. Celebrate with a barbecue. Now, the cons. Well, there's only one. Concrete. And lots of it. And nobody does it better than we do.
Bulldog Concrete in Osage Beach. We make backyards beautiful.
First State Community Bank. We've got spirit, yes we do. As First State Community Bank, we're proud to support our Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Conway Bears. Being a part of the Laclede County community is important to us, and giving back is what we do. So we've got spirit. How about you? Go Jackets, go Bears. We are First State Community Bank. First State Community Bank, success starts here. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at fscb.com. Find us on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember some things about my elementary school years. I remember, what's her name in 5th grade. I had a crush on her, but never told her. I remember the lunch lady. She used to bang a metal spoon on the counter when we got out of line. Her name escapes me. But I do remember the name of our bus driver, Mrs. Bernie Donnelly.
If you're looking for a rewarding career, the Lebanon R3 School District is now hiring and has openings for paraprofessionals, cooks, custodians, and bus drivers. These are well-compensated job opportunities with benefits to the right candidate, and signing bonuses are available. To find out more, go to lebanon.k12.mo.us.
Hi, this is Brad Miser with Henderson Heating and Cooling. Since 1958, Henderson Heating and Cooling has been serving countless homes and businesses with the latest in HVAC technology and prompt, reliable service that you can count on, with the best products and services that you have come to know for the past 60 years. We are a trained comfort specialist dealer and a Daikin Comfort Pro dealer. So if you are doing new construction or wanting to upgrade your existing heating and cooling system, call Henderson Heating and Cooling today. We are always happy to serve you. Henderson Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be a part of the communities we serve.
You're listening to Regional Radio for the Ozarks, KJEL Lebanon. The dedicated employees at G3 Boats in Lebanon know about the hard work and discipline it takes to have a winning team. We proudly support all our athletes and wish them the very best this season. G3 Boats, a great catch.
We're back at halftime as Lebanon leads Waynesville 29-6. Recapping the scoring, the Yellow Jackets jumped out with 3 in the opening period, taking advantage of really good field position. Gavin Smith, a 1-yard run with 7:11 remaining in the period. 4-play, 39-yard drive, 7-0 Lebanon. Jackson Glendenning with a 16-yard run. That capped a 2-play, 21-yard drive. Jackets scored in 41 seconds, led 14-0. And then Nathan Bartell, a 9-yard run late in the first quarter with 23 seconds to go. And the PAT by Rhett Rhodes made it 21-0. Tigers got on the board as Davin Vernon hooked up with Josh Bess on a 76-yard touchdown pass. Waynesville went for 2 but didn't get it. 21-6 Lebanon. And the Jackets answered that with a 68-yard drive in 6 plays. Cade Musha with his 26th rushing touchdown of the season on a 13-yard run. And that is where we are at halftime as Lebanon leads this football game by a score of 29-6. Glad to be joined by Lebanon R3 Superintendent Dr. David Schmitz. Thanks for coming out on an inclement Friday evening to watch a little football. Been an exciting season, hasn't it?
It has been a great time. It's just such a fun thing, isn't it? Just to get to be part of a winning football program and see the community rally around the kids. It's wonderful.
I know you make the rounds on social media pretty much every week, and you were at the high school this week to honor Heather Sandoval as a difference maker. Tell us what is involved with difference makers around the campuses.
Yeah, Heather is a great example of a difference maker, and you know, one of the efforts with the whole difference maker program, when we've visited a number of individuals just to celebrate them. It's really to highlight a person who lives our mission, you know, to build healthy relationships, to invest in kids' experiences, and to be about their future. And I think it's important, especially what we've dealt with for the past few years, which is maybe some less than positive perceptions of schools. I think it was just a great opportunity for us to celebrate the caring, compassionate, kind people who are in our classrooms and in our cafeterias. And Heather is you think about it, every day, I mean, we serve hundreds, if not, well, frankly, thousands of kids meals, and there's wonderful people preparing those meals, and a difference maker is just a way for us to highlight somebody who does something special. And I'd just encourage anyone in our community, nominate one of our 700 staff members. It doesn't really matter what their role is. We'd love to get the nomination. You can visit our website, LebanonR3.org, and nominate somebody for a Difference Maker Award.
That food services department, kind of an underrated, maybe taken for granted part of school systems, but unfortunately, Dave, a lot of times the breakfast and the lunch, those are the only 2 meals that students get sometimes.
It is. We're so thankful that in Lebanon we provide a free breakfast for every student, grades K through 8. Anyone who wants a meal, we can provide it for them, and certainly if they're eligible for free or reduced lunches, we can provide that for them as well. But you're right, Kevin, there are so many students, almost 6 out of 10 in our community who have some sort of a financial hardship and qualify for free or reduced meals, and so the needs very significant, and as we talked about the difference makers, they're there trying to invest in these young people's lives, because sometimes what goes on outside of school isn't as easy as it is for a lot of us listening right now.
And I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times in summer school sessions, the food is made available to more than just the student body. Is that right?
It is. Anybody 18 or under can come and get a meal. Just again, it's we're not in session, but yet those food needs continue, and so we are so happy to be able to provide for that.
There is always a need and a growing need, it seems like, each and every year for staff members, not only in food service, but bus drivers and transportation, and the faculty also, teachers, because they're unfortunately getting a little bit hard to locate now, aren't they?
They are. We're so glad to be a great school district and to attract people, great talent, but we have had to be more and more creative with alternative certifications to fill all of our classrooms, and it's an ongoing thing for us to struggle to have bus drivers. If an individual is willing to work, we'll guarantee 20 hours a week, and you can get full benefits. We run over 3,000 miles a day, approximately 78 bus routes, and we need bus drivers. And so anyone who's willing or interested in a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the evening, it's a great gig, really. And when we talk about difference makers, those bus drivers pick kids up as early as 5:30 in the morning. And they're the first face that some of our kids see, and the last one they see at the end of the day. So it's an opportunity to invest in young people. So if you'd like to be a part of our team, we would more than welcome you.
And the rate of pay is competitive, and I believe there's also a sign-on bonus, isn't it, for new drivers?
That is right. And so if you're willing, we'll provide the training. We'll get you certified and get you qualified to be eligible. There is some training requirements. We don't want to just take anybody off the street to drive a bus without training, and we provide that for them. And the rate of pay is very good. You can make $18 and above an hour, and so we would love to have the help. And like I said earlier, healthcare, it's a $6,000 a year expense for people, and we provide that.
Mm-hmm. Staying on the transportation beat, I know pretty consistently the transportation department gets honors, don't they, for passing inspections on all the buses?
They do. Each year, the Highway Patrol puts our whole fleet through inspections, and David Cates and the entire team are so good in the maintenance department for our transportation. They get our buses in such good shape, and so we have been in the upper 90s, if not 100% pass rate. Obviously every bus gets, if there's an issue, it gets fixed, but we just have such great maintenance that goes on with those buses, and so yeah, great awards there, because we want kids to be safe, and they are, and on that note, we've been buying buses. I hope people see over the past 4 years that we've gotten newer buses. The average age of our buses is just around 11 years on average, and it was well over 14 4 years ago. And we had 20-year-old buses on the routes, and we don't do that right now. And so yes, the transportation department's so important and safe.
Are the majority of those still bought on a lease purchase basis?
Correct. Right. We tend to get buses that are 1 to 2 years old that come off of previous leases from metropolitan areas, and that saves us $10,000 to $20,000 on a bus, and we keep them, we take care of them, and And so, but we get them on a 5-year lease, and we own them at the end of that 5 years. But that certainly helps make it manageable for us.
Visiting with Dr. David Schmitz, the Lebanon R3 school superintendent, as Lebanon leads at halftime here in the football game by a score of 29-6. We mentioned you're doing a lot of social media with your difference makers. What's your philosophy as the chief administrator of the school district to get out and about and visit the classrooms, visit the campuses, and really try to intermingle with the students?
It truly is my most favorite thing to do. It is. I consider a day a success, and it just feels good when I have the chance to be in schools, visiting classrooms. It gets to be very difficult as we think about the multitude of responsibilities that I have or my team have, but it's a priority for us, and I think it's important to be seen. I think it's important to really support. I mean, that's what my job is I joke and say I don't do anything. I just support people who do, and I say that in jest. But our teachers in the classroom, our paraprofessionals, our folks in the transportation department, food service, the folks we make a big deal about, like in the difference maker world, they're the ones we're there to support. They do the real work in our system, and if I can be around to help support them and show them that what they're doing matters, I want to do that, and I'd love for them to know that's important to me.
Yeah. Dave, unfortunately, in this day and age, school security has certainly turned into a big issue. I know there was an incident at Easter Elementary last night where there was a lockdown that was necessitated. What's the emphasis now with the administration and the school board on security throughout the Lebanon R3 district?
Kevin, something that has been a really bright spot for us as a school community is our safety and security. We have. I think we're a state leader in what we do in training for staff, in our structures that make it more difficult to get into a building if you're not supposed to be there. And so the event that occurred last night that was scary, and we certainly communicated as best we could to patrons. But our staff did exactly what they've been trained to do. It went off very, very well, and I just have to say, with Sheriff Millsap here and Brian Arnold, Chief Arnold, and the PD and Highway Patrol, our local law enforcement were on the spot like that, and it just has to breed confidence and a sense of safety in our community that we have such a rich partnership with the schools and local law enforcement. And I tell you what, it's our schools, they're our kids, and it's our responsibility. And it was clear with the engagement we had there. Our staff were doing what they're supposed to do with their security training, locking doors, being safe. Even some parents were already in there, and they were locked down too. And I was apologizing to them as they left. And they said, "Oh no, thank you," and that's the message we want our community to know is that we take it seriously. The addition of our new director of school safety, Jason Riggs, retiring highway patrolman of many years, he comes with just a wealth of experience and expertise, and
retiring school board member also.
That's right. 16 years. That's like a career in itself. So we're so glad to have him on board.
Well, Dr. Schmitz, the Leclerc County voters will go to the polls on Tuesday as that surtax issue is up for determination. Tell us what would be the impact on the Lebanon R3 school district if that issue passes.
Sure. The impact in the first year for us will be about $275,000 of lost revenue. As assessed values increase and that sort of thing, that 275 increases year after year. I think the unique thing for this is that that's a lost revenue source that is indefinite. It doesn't. There's no avenue or mechanism to bring it back. We're so grateful that in our community, in August 7th of 2018, our patrons said yes to support teachers, to support safe buses, to support better facilities, to basically change the trajectory of Lebanon R3 schools. And every dime of that has been committed to those goals. We've done what we said we would do. What we didn't plan was to have more than $250,000 popped out of our budget. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because it's a singular amount of money. That's a lot. It's a big deal because it's year after year after year after year. And so I just encourage our voters, if I may, please educate yourself. Please know who. For one, I get phone calls from folks when they get their tax bills, and they're not always happy. And
I got mine this week.
So did I. But I want our patrons to know that if you vote for that, and it's a vote yes, and I can't say vote yes or no, and that's not my job. But if you vote for that and think that you're getting a tax cut, unless you earn commercial property, you're not. And so don't think that your overall taxes are going to go down. That's not what this is. This is for about 7% of our real property owners. And we love our commercial property. We love our commercial partners, but we just need folks to know that this isn't for everyone. It's not most likely for you as a listener. And then I'd ask folks just to contemplate the cost. Anytime we make a decision, there's opportunity costs, and yes, it's $250,000 and then some for Lebanon schools. It takes revenue out of our library, who's already hurting for funds. It impacts our health department, who provide tremendous resources and support. So if you take a look at LebanonR3.org, we've provided a fair amount of information to the best of our ability so you can educate yourself. But again, just know who is getting it and whether it's you or not, and then understand the cost. It's overall about $475,000 that would be taken out of supports in Laclede County, and that's a big deal. And it's just we want folks to be educated as they make that decision.
Appreciate you spending some time with us tonight, Dr. Schmitz.
Absolutely. Go Yellow Jackets.
Dr. David Schmitz, Lebanon R3 Superintendent, our guest at halftime. Jackets lead 29-6. Third quarter coming up next on KJO.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
I'm Kim White from Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Coaches and athletes, we know you're working hard each day. This athletic season, remember, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks is behind you 100%. From your neighborhood banking family, good luck and play hard. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you've been here for almost 80 years and your business is on the 4th generation, you must be Crow Paint and Glass. Crow's offers a full line of PPG paints with all the brushes, drop cloths, and other supplies needed for any and all paint jobs. And not only do they carry auto glass, they do chip repairs, power windows and lock, door handles, and more. Along with auto glass, they do flat glass, mirrors, plexiglass, and many other glass types and installs. Crow's also carries hardware items, wallpaper, and even do custom framing. There are just too many things to mention, so stop in at Crow Paint and Glass, 390 West Elm in Lebanon.
Hi, I'm David Lehman of David Lehman Insurance. Are your insurance premiums giving you a wake-up call? We offer several options that allow us to provide coverage that fits your individual needs at affordable pricing. Stop in today for a free quote on any of your insurance needs. David Lehman Insurance, 2021 South Jefferson, Suite B, Lebanon, Missouri, or call 417-533-5444.
And we are ready to start the second half of play, and Lebanon up 29-6. Jackets will get the football on the opening kick of the second half. Jackets offense clicked in all cylinders in the first half. The defense played very well. They got burned on one play. Other than that, they had a stellar first half performance against Waynesville. Waynesville will kick it off, going left to right, and the kick is up and a short kick. It'll be taken on a bounce. Actually, a pass nail on the bounce, going to roll to the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It bounced past him on the turf, and he had to go back to the end zone to retrieve the football, and it'll be a touchback as Lebanon will have the ball, first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Jackets had touchdowns out of Smith and Glendenning and Musha in that first half. Lebanon will be facing the wind again to start this second half of play. They come out in the flex. Hendricks split to the right side. Gavin Smith calling signals, takes the snap, hands the ball to Musha, and he'll get a couple of yards out of that off the left side. Trying to run behind Thomas Howe and Gunnar Williams on that left side. Brandon Hudson's the center. Darren Conrad's the right guard. Ethan Faircloth is the right tackle.
Jacob Forshee on the stop there for Waynesville.
Second down and 7, a pickup of 3 for the Lebanon running back, who is well over his usual average. And they get it to Glendening, and he's going to speed down the right side and get a butcher shot first down and gets the ball out to the 46-yard line.
Little toss sweep to Jacks, and that blazing speed gets him around the edge and out to the 46-yard line for a gain of 23.
So Glendening on that little toss, and boy, he can hit high gear as hard and fast as any running back I think Lebanon's ever had.
Yeah, there's no slow motion in getting to the top end.
Hendricks is going to move from the right to the left side, just slightly off the line of scrimmage. And here's an inside handoff. They give it to Bartell, broke a tackle, and he gets pulled down from behind after he crosses midfield and gets to the 45-yard line.
Waynesville again run blitz in that time and ran a linebacker just right out of the play, and that allowed Bartell to pick up 10. Actually 9. He's got 83 yards, Bartell, on 7 carries now.
It'll be second down for Lebanon at the Tiger 45-yard line. Jackets with the football as Smith comes to the line of scrimmage. Lebanon dressed in their black uniforms with the gold numerals. 5-man front by Waynesville. They'll toss the ball to Glendening. He'll get the butcher shot first down. He dances out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
So that short side toss to the far boundary. Not a whole lot of room to navigate, but Glendening doesn't have to have a lot of territory to get the ball turned upfield.
You know, Lebanon over the years, and this is my 38th year of doing this, and Kevin's right there as well, and we've had some great running backs, but I don't know that we've seen anybody like Glendening as a sophomore that has that ability to just turn up the speed that quick. Here's Musha off tackle left side, talking about great running backs. And he will cross the 30, get a butcher shot first down as he gets to the 27-yard line. He's going to be well over 1,600 yards for the season with the way he's carrying the football tonight.
Tripped up by Chris Scott. He may have saved a touchdown.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Jackets. Waynesville's just had no way of stopping this Lebanon offense. Here's the snap. Here's Musha just straight up the middle, and he just plows his way for another 8 yards as he gets out to the 20. Well, Smith threw an interception to end the first half, and that was the first interception he's thrown of the year. It's the first time Lebanon hadn't scored with a possession in that first half. That's almost one of those interceptions you shouldn't have to count.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
You got to go to bat for the quarterbacks here.
Yeah.
You know, it's fourth down at the end of the half. You're going to throw it up. It's up just for to see what's going to happen. It's almost like a punt, but yeah, you get tagged with an interception.
Well, as you said, quarterback rating of 140. That's just a testament of his efficiency this season throwing the football.
On second down and 4 after a pickup of 6. And this is Musha again blowing through the left side and into the end zone as he scores from 20 yards away. Musha with his 27th touchdown of the season. It's the Lebanon Yellow Jackets in the end zone with a rushing touchdown for the 57th time this season. And the Jackets lead it 35-6. Well, Musha must have heard me talking about Glendening's explosive speed because he showed some explosion there up the middle. Here's the 2-point conversion by Smith, and he will dance it into the end zone. Lebanon leads it 37-6, just underway in the second half. As the Jackets have a commanding lead, let's take time out.
An old-fashioned restaurant with friendly service and great food. That's what you'll find at Taylor's Dairy Joy. Even the prices are old-fashioned. Get a double cheeseburger, fries, and medium drink, a coney, or a Frito pie. Top it off with the best ice cream in town. Old-fashioned prices, old-fashioned taste. Still found at Taylor's Dairy Joy, 1205 East Route 66. Now with curbside delivery and online ordering. Open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 10:30.
When it comes time for dentures, you do have choices. Drive an hour or more away or stay close to home. Have the extractions and wait weeks for the dentures, or you could have it done the same exact day. Lebanon Family Dentistry provides general dentistry and has the lab in-house. Dr. Stephen R. Sanders provides premium dentures that provide superior wear, resistance, long life, and a natural look. Lebanon Family Dentistry even does same-day dentures and same-day denture repair, as well as heat-cured relines so your dentures will fit and feel better. Give them a call today at 417-588-1690 or 1-888-DENTURES. This provider is not a specialist in prosthodontics.
Ryan Heinrichs for Lebanon recovers the kickoff in the most unusual way. Rhodes' kick into the wind got held up. It came down, it took a bounce back toward Lebanon, and Heinrichs was there to receive it, and Lebanon gets it on a weird onside kick.
Goodness.
And the Jackets have the ball at the 43.
Wind playing tricks with the ball.
Here's Smith dropping back to throw. He's going to wide it out, and he's got Bartell open at the 30-yard line. He's to the 20, makes a cut. He's going to get to the end zone. Check it, it's Musha. He'll get to the end zone, but there's a flag comes down. Probably an illegal block in the back after Musha made the cut to the inside. Boy, that would have been a dagger to the heart.
Well executed hitch route that time, and good move by Bartell to clear the defenders and head into the end zone, but looks like it's coming back.
Probably going to be a block in the back.
Official threw that flag up in the air, and it sailed about 35 yards in the wind.
Here comes the official call. Personal foul, illegal block.
Personal foul is a call against Lebanon.
So that's marked off from the point of the infraction. And moves the ball back to the 33-yard line. So it'll be first down for Lebanon there.
First down and 4.
Makes it first down and 4 even after the penalty. Here's the snap. Smith running the football. He'll take it off the left side. He'll get across the 30, get a butcher shot first down to the 29-yard line.
Jackets are throwing the ball more against the wind than they did with the wind. Butcher shot first down, the 13th of the night for LHS.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Jackets at the Tiger 29-yard line. Man in motion right to left. They'll pitch the ball. It's going to be Bartell sweeping to the left side. Makes the cut, gets to the 20, buries his head to the 15, and he's down to the 13-yard line. Is Nathan Bartell with a nice run and a butcher shot first down.
Good block again on the outside there by Glendenning to spring him.
The first down and 10 for Lebanon. They're inside the red zone, down to the 13-yard line of the Tigers, trying to add to a 37-6 lead. Hendricks lined up to the right side as the tight end. Honey is to the near side. It's Glendenning in motion. They'll give the ball to Musha. He'll go off tackle right side. He'll get inside the 5 and down to the 3-yard line is Cade Musha, the Lebanon fullback. And it will be first and goal as Musha gets the butcher shot first down now. And the ball inside the 5. First down and goal from the 3. Lebanon's punched it in once in this quarter. Glendenning in motion. Here's Smith. He'll get to the end zone untouched on the quarterback draw. They looked at Glendenning in motion, and Smith snuck it in between the hole between the center and the guard, his 12th rushing touchdown of the season.
And his second tonight.
And Lebanon will go for the 2-point conversion to add to the 43-6 lead. Smith looking to the sideline. Now he's set to go. He'll take the snap, give it to Glendenning. He'll get the 2-point conversion. And the Jackets lead it by the score of 45-6. 2 quick touchdowns in this third quarter. The Jackets have a commanding lead with 8:12 to play, 45-6. Let's take time out.
110 years. How many companies can say their roots in the community have been around for over a century? Very few, but Missouri Cooperage is one of those rare companies who have stood the test of time. Since 1912, Missouri Cooperage has been providing family-supporting jobs and investing in the local community. Now they want to invest in you. Missouri Cooperage has several full-time positions available with great pay and great benefits right here in Lebanon. Find the one for you by visiting independentstavecompany.com/careers. Investing in residents and the community for well over a century. Missouri Cooperage.
Napa Auto Parts in Lebanon is your one-stop shop for automotive, industrial, agricultural, power sport needs, and more. At Napa, they carry a large inventory in addition to having access to Napa's distribution center right here in Lebanon. Your local Napa stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine and farming equipment. Stop in today. Located at 1697 Southdale Drive in the Marketplace Shopping Center in Lebanon. Phone 417-344-7333.
Brandon Howard brings the Rhodes kick up to about the 37-yard line. That time Waynesville handled the kickoff much better than they did the last one, which Lebanon recovered. Lebanon up 45-6 after Smith's 3-yard touchdown run after the onside kick was recovered, if that's what you want to call that. More or less, it was an uncovered kickoff. Here's a dive play right across the right side for the Tigers as they get Kelsey the football. And he will come up with about 8 yards on the carry, maybe more. They'll mark it off and give him 12. Ball right at midfield, first down and 10. Receiver split to the right side. Here's the snap. They give the ball to Kelsey again, and this time he finds it rough going. He did slip a tackle, stayed on his feet momentarily before Lebanon finally got him corralled. Coming up off the bottom of the pile for Lebanon was Gunnar Williams.
39-point lead, so the clock runs continuously here in the third quarter.
It's second down and 8. Vernon takes the snaps, going to throw the football. He's rolling right. He looks, he unloads, and incomplete. Again, Best was his intended receiver and thrown out of bounds.
Holding call also against the Tigers.
If you take the play and decline the penalty, be third down, but Lebanon's choosing not to do that. They'll take the penalty. 10-yard mark off from the spot.
Fifth Waynesville penalty of the football game.
Moves the ball back to the 38-yard line. Clock is running with 5:50 to play in the third period. Lebanon leading 45-6. Twins to the left. Single receiver's Best split to the right. The rain is starting to fall here at Jacket Stadium. They're going to throw the football out long and try to get Best on a fly pattern down the near sideline, but it's incomplete. So you can start to see the rain, and mainly in the lights, and it's the way that it's blowing.
Umbrellas are up.
You knew you might get wet when you got here, so most are prepared for that. So it's third down and 23 for the Tigers. They would have to get to the Lebanon 40-yard line for a first down with the ball at the Tiger 38. Waynesville will break the huddle. Best splits right. Brings Plummer with him. Vernon in the backfield with Kelsey. It's Kelsey running the football right. He'll get some yardage out of it, way short of the first down as he gets tackled by Bartell. at the 43-yard line. So it's 4th down. And the Tigers have yet to punt the football. They have gone on 4th down throughout this entire ball game, starting with the first 2 possessions, which resulted in Lebanon touchdowns. So it's 4th and 18. Tigers going left to right with their white jerseys, orange pants with the black and white stripe, the orange numerals, and the black helmets. Vernon will take the snap out of the pistol, drops back to throw. He's going to go deep across the middle, and Nail is the closest guy there. And Caleb couldn't come up with it on the defensive side, and it's incomplete. It looked like he was wanting Best to slant to the inside, and Best didn't do it, and Nail went toward the ball and nearly came up with an interception, and Lebanon gets the ball. So the Jackets getting to play in the rain for the first time this season. First down and 10. Of course, playing on the turf. Not playing in the mud. Glendon in motion. Inside handoff Bartell, and he will get across the 40 and out to the 35-yard line. A pickup of about 8.
Tackle made by number 10, Johnny Hendrick.
You know, it used to be kind of fun to be out there playing in the rain. You got to play in the mud a little bit, get your jersey all muddy, and nowadays you stay clean because of the turf. Not those that have to wash uniforms care about playing in the mud. Receivers right and left. Linden in motion. They'll hand the ball to him on a little inside handoff, and he'll get the butcher shop first down out to the 30-yard line.
Jacob Forsey, another tackle for the Tigers.
Clock is running. Lebanon up 45-6. So here's my guess, and I don't know. I bet the moms don't have to wash the football uniforms anymore. They probably have that done. You know, things have changed so much.
But all you got as far as debris goes is the pellets that
get
elevated.
Yeah, they probably have somebody else washing the uniforms now. Probably a whole crew of people. Here's Bartell running the football for about 4 yards. He lowered his head and ran into the defense of the Waynesville Tigers.
Isaiah Hopper called his name a few times tonight.
He's been with the ball. We're down to 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Honey on the near side. Hendricks on the far side. On 2nd down and 6. Smith puts Glendon in motion. Smith's going to keep the football. He spun off a tackle, broke a tackle. He's still carrying people with him as he gets across the 20 and gets a butcher shot first down. Pretty tough running at a guy who's 5'9" and 170 pounds.
Well, he's stronger than that, though.
Yep. And Lebanon with another first down. Rain's starting to come down a little bit harder.
You can play in the rain, you just can't play in the lightning.
Yep. It'll be first down and 10. Lebanon with the ball at the 17-yard line of Waynesville. Here's Musha with the football, got stood up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down for Lebanon.
Busher right at 100 on the game tonight. So that gives him 1643 on the season unofficially.
This may be the last play of this quarter, and we may see a lot of the second team in the fourth quarter. Here's a snap. Smith's going to keep the football. He's got a hole off the left side. He gets spun off a tackle, and then he stumbles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. He's been there 3 times tonight, 13 times on the season rushing the football, and Gavin Smith with a touchdown run off the left side.
Good balance to stay on his feet as he was hit inside the 5-yard line, but managed to head across the goal line and into the end zone.
Smith into the end zone, second time in this quarter. Does it with 10 seconds remaining. Lebanon again would be kicking the extra point into the wind, so they choose to run the 2-point conversion here. And it'll be Musha who will go in untouched. So Musha in with the 2-point conversion to add to the Lebanon lead. With only 10 seconds remaining in the quarter, Lebanon leading 53-6. Let's take time out.
Camber Lock Engineering and Manufacturing of Lebanon is a proud supporter of the Lebanon youth, not only athletically, but academically. And they would like to remind everyone that teaching sportsmanship and fair play is not only the responsibility of the school, but also every adult cheering on the Jackets. Have a good time cheering the Jackets on to victory, but do it with class. Camber Lock Engineering and Manufacturing of Lebanon is a proud supporter of the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
I'm John Gideon with Heritage Bank of the Ozarks. Our athletes are winners on and off the field and the court. They play with integrity, strive to serve, are true team players, and intentionally seek excellence. Our banking team also embodies these leadership characteristics. When it comes to banking, choose the winning team, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, and go Jackets. We're all behind you 100%. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Rhodes line drives his kick. It will take a bounce, be picked up by the Tigers, and they'll get it out to midfield almost on the run back by Howard. He may have been out of the bounds around the 45, though he sprinted down toward the 50, but he was out of bounds short of the 45. That ends the fourth quarter. We go to the fourth and final period, the semifinal game of the district. Lebanon leads Waynesville 53-6. You're listening to Jacket Football.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and Regional Radio KGL.
Your look, your style, your image, your fashion. We know exactly what you're looking for.
For Granted Salon and Boutique in the heart of Osage Beach offers only the most high-end and luxurious apparel and hair services. Located off Osage Beach Parkway, across from Quick Car. Never be taken for granted.
Waynesville starts from their own 43-yard line, first down and 10.
53-6 Lebanon. 7 touchdowns tonight, $350 from the Lebanon Optimist Club in the battle to defeat pediatric cancer. Tigers first and 10 from their own 43. Clock will continue to run here in the fourth.
Rain has lightened up a bit, I think.
Yeah, it has. The wind has not calmed down, though.
No, it has not.
There is the snap, and there is a handoff to Kelsey, and he will motor across the 50 and down to the Lebanon 49.
Jaden Hubler on the tackle for Lebanon, among others.
8-yard gain for Kelsey. He's got 43 yards on 11 carries after going for 152 in the earlier meeting.
Remember that Lebanon will play the winner of Rolla Camden, and that game moved to a 2 o'clock start tomorrow afternoon in Camden.
Waynesville second down and 3. Kelsey goes in motion, and he will get the direct snap as a flag goes down. Kelsey will take the football down to the Lebanon 40-yard line, and we'll check out the flag.
Lebanon, a lot of second-team guys out there right now.
Hubler still in there, as you mentioned. Griffin Jones still in, and a holding call against Waynesville. Their second holding call of the half.
I'm just going to assume that the Lebanon coaching staff may be spending their time tomorrow afternoon in Camden.
I think so. That's probably on the agenda.
They'll have an opportunity to do some extra scouting.
Jeff Shore was planning to be here tonight. Snap again, Ossie on the carry, and he gets submarined and dropped after a gain of 1. Heinrichs on the tackle for Lebanon.
And isn't it odd that despite the fact in the 18 years that Will Christian's been here and that Jeff Shore's been the head coach now at Camden, is they know each other so well, but you take no chance. You come and you scout. You're looking for that little edge somewhere.
8-1 for Ossie. That brings up 3rd down and long for the Tigers. Ossie again sweeping to the left side. He breaks a couple of tackles at the Jacket 40 and out of bounds at the 43 as he was taken out of bounds by Avery Starnes.
A time with the carry for the Tigers.
So 15-yard run for Ossie.
Ossie's only a junior and pretty good looking running back.
Got a Waynesville first down at the Jacket 42. 53-6 LHS in the 4th quarter. Stewart again in motion. Here's a direct snap to Plummer as he will surge down to the LHS 35. Picks up 8 on the run. And tackled by Jacob Sua.
Students, at this time, if you have a ride coming to get you after the game, please go ahead and make that phone call right now. Students, if you are going ahead for a ride, please do so.
43 yards rushing on 16 attempts tonight for Chase Thomas Plummer. He will hand the football off to Ossie. He tries to sweep to the left side. Bowling will try to run him down, but Ossie is forward with a good gain that time for Waynesville. As he got outside the numbers down to the Jacket 19-yard line.
Again, Ossie's showing some speed and being able to pop it outside.
So the Tigers move the chains. First down as they are into the Lebanon red zone area.
Lebanon, 6-man front. They've really stacked it up front.
Tigers again will run it down to the 15. It's Plummer. Foltz and Starnes make the tackle. 53-6 Lebanon, under 8 to go in the football game. Tigers looking for their second score. Snap, Plummer running right, utilizing a couple of blocks, and then tripped up at the 10-yard line.
Thomas Plummer, the ball carrier. Followed by number 14, Drew Bowling for the Yellow Jackets.
Bowling and Abe Allen combining on the stop.
Bowling's had a good season defensively, and you know he doesn't get enough credit for the guy holding on those extra points. That is a tough job.
Tigers at the 10-yard line, 3rd down and short. Kelsey in motion, snap to Plummer, and he jumps over the pile and will pick up a Waynesville first down. To the Lebanon 7-yard line.
You know, back in the day, that holder was always usually the second quarterback, third-string quarterback. So you can imagine I did some holding in my day. And that's a tough job because kickers are picky. They want it spun a certain way. They want to make sure they're not kicking in that lace. You got to catch it. You got to get it down in time. There's a lot of timing to it.
First down goal to go. It's going to be Kelsey on the attempt for Waynesville. Nick Allen has him lassoed at about the 2-yard line.
Michael Kelsey Jr., the ball carrier.
Lebanon run defense good tonight after allowing over 360 in the first matchup with Waynesville, 368 in that game back on the 23rd of September.
One of the few teams have been able to run against this Jacket football team.
Second down and goal from the 2. Here is Vernon handing off on the counter play, and inside of the end zone is Chase Thomas Plummer for the touchdown. So the Tigers make it 53-12. Under 6 remaining in the football game. And Waynesville will go for 2. Brooks is the fullback. There's the snap to Plummer, and he will hand the ball off, and the Jackets will not allow the two-point conversion. Griffin Jones on the stop. And with 4:56 remaining in the ball game, our score is Lebanon 53 and Waynesville 12. Back in a moment.
Kevin here with Seeger Toyota of St. Robert, and this is our 54th year of helping you with new Toyotas and doing it the right way, the Seeger way. Our goal is to continue making it easy and fun doing business together, so reach out to us. Tell us what Toyota you'd like, then we can work out all the details, financing, trade value, incentives, and delivery estimate, all the while never ever charging you a premium price. So look at our reviews online, then you'll see how a 5-star dealer makes happy customers daily. That's Seeger Toyota. We are in St. Robert next to Walmart and at SeegerToyota.net.
Ouch! We have all experienced pain. In fact, more than 50 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. Pain is the primary reason why people seek the advice of health professionals. Pain is symptomatic of some type of dysfunction and inflammation in the body. Instead of reaching for aspirin, more and more people are getting safe and effective pain relief from Curman, the natural way to beat pain. Discover all the benefits of Curman with a visit to Nature's Pantry in Chalet Village. Improve your physical well-being with Curman and Nature's Pantry, 555 East Elm Street in Lebanon.
See if the Tigers go for an onside. They will boot it toward the far sideline and past Allen, who was one of the up men, and the ball goes out of bounds, so Waynesville will be penalized.
Bounced out of bounds, so they'll take it where it went out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Lebanon will start from their own 39-yard line.
The Jackets 1st and 10. And just a couple of minutes remaining in the football game. 53-12, LHS. About to put victory number 10 in the column. Starnes, the fullback, he gets the call on first down, and he's got about 2 to the 41. Nick Allen now the quarterback.
Good chance for some others to get in and make some plays here. Lebanon will get ready for their next opponent, either Rolla or the Camden Lakers.
Ball on the 41-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
Backing down and 8 for LHS. Allen will bend in under center. Take the snap, hand again to Starnes. Cutback move. And he's got one maybe.
Avery Starnes, the ball carrier.
And bringing up 3rd down as we head toward 2 minutes remaining. Well, the decision to play football at 5 o'clock has worked out.
Been a good idea.
Weather has turned a little bit inclement, but nothing that you can't handle.
Kind of keeps you on your schedule. You're not playing on a Saturday, and so the weekend for the coaches is going to be about the same, except they'll go scout on Saturday.
43-yard line, 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for Lebanon from the 43. Snap, handoff Starnes. He's got first down and more. Avery Starnes still on his feet. He's inside the 30-yard line and all the way to the Waynesville 29 as Starnes explodes up the middle for 14.
Well, Avery Starnes using that same running style you see out of Cade Muscio, off tackle, left side, exploded through the line of scrimmage and nearly broke it for a touchdown.
All the way to the Waynesville 29, so a 28-yard run for Starnes. And another butcher shop first down for the Yellow Jackets. And they will go to victory formation with under a minute remaining.
Well, the first 2 games of the district, Kevin, Lebanon did what they wanted to do, and that was take care of business.
Yep.
You know, you're heavily favored, and you're a team 8-1 a week ago against Branson, now 9-1 against Waynesville. You leave this 10-1. You just wanted to go out, do your job, and do it the right way, and the Jackets have done that.
A knee is taken, and that will put an end to this one. Final score, Lebanon 53, Waynesville 12. Jackets will play for another district championship for the 7th consecutive year next Friday night. 53-12 our final score. Back with the postgame show in a moment.
Oh, real estate. Not really any fun, is it? Whether you need to move because of work, just time to move up, or size down, there's a ton of stuff to worry about when looking for a home. Are they asking too much? Why are they asking so little? Home inspections, deeds, utility costs? Will the home keep its value? Is it a good area? All the paperwork, the financing, the negotiating? Oh! I think I might have lost my marbles if it wasn't for my realtor.
RE/MAX Next Generation Angie Long started in this business because she loves helping people and she loves seeing people's dream come true. So why wouldn't you call Angie Long at 718-2217?
If you're looking for a little piece of heaven in the great outdoors, somewhere that's peaceful and beautiful, then you need to check out Riverfront Campground on Highway 64. Voted #1 private campground in the Bennett Spring area by TripAdvisor. With 200 beautiful acres, Riverfront Campground can accommodate you, your entire family, and friends. They offer canoe and kayak rentals for relaxing float trips down the beautiful Niagara River. From tent sites to cabin rentals, Riverfront Campground, you'll get taken care of. Check them out online at riverfrontcampcanoe.com. That's riverfrontcampcanoe.com.
Summit Natural Gas is proud of the investments it's made in the communities we serve. We're proud of the great local talent on our team, the contributions we make to local town revenue, and the high-quality, safe system we've built to deliver North American-sourced gas directly to your home. Call us today at 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more. That's 1-800-927-0787 or visit summitnaturalgas.com to learn more.
Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries has the concrete you need, whether you're putting in a new patio, building, or remodeling, or just repairing. Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries delivers to Laclede County and the surrounding area, providing quality concrete to the homeowner and the building contractor. Free estimates are provided. They'll deliver any amount for all types of concrete construction, when you want it and where you want it. Call Lebanon Ready Mix and Willard Quarries for prompt delivery to your job site. 532-2728.
This is the sound of your work project when you don't have the material you need to finish the job. All your friends are putting away their tools and in a moment heading home, leaving you all alone. That's when it hits you. You know a place that sells steel in all sizes and shapes to finish any project, anywhere.
Hey guys! I know a place!
McKell Industrial Supply now offers steel and sheets, pipe, and angle iron. For your steel supply needs, see McKell Industrial at 208 West Bland or call 417-532-3167.
For some jobs, your toolbox is fine.
Can I borrow your drill? Thanks.
For others, you need the big toolbox.
Can I borrow your air ratchet? Thanks.
But for jobs outside the toolbox,
you don't happen to have a forklift in there, do you?
We've got what you need.
Whether it fits inside the toolbox or not, Sing Rental has the top quality, well-maintained equipment you need. From trucks to tools, from lifts to loaders. For any project, big or small, Sing Rental buys it so you don't have to. Call Sing Rental or go to singrentals.com.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Lebanon athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Lebanon location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Yellow Jacket Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Yellow Jackets. Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Tracker boats have been proudly made in the USA since 1978 and are designed to be dependable fishing machines. And Tracker Marine in Lebanon needs your help. We're currently hiring for all skill positions on first and second shifts. When you join Tracker Marine, you join a company with roots right here in the Ozarks. A 45% merchandise discount at Bass Pro Shops, advancement opportunities, and a family atmosphere awaits you when you join Tracker Marine in Lebanon. To apply and learn more, go to basspro.com/careers.
Keep up to date on how the VFW is working across America to improve the quality of life for veterans, service members, and their families, and to improve communities worldwide. VFW Post 4107 is very proud to be a part of the community. If you're interested in upcoming events, check out the local chapter on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/VFW Post 4107 events or call area code 417-532-2627.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to Regional Radio for the Ozarks, KJEL Lebanon. The dedicated employees at G3 Boats in Lebanon know about the hard work and discipline it takes to have a winning team. We proudly support all our athletes and wish them the very best this season. G3 Boats, a great catch.
Lebanon in the win column tonight over Waynesville by a final score of 53-12. Here's how the scoring went. Jackets got on the board first as Gavin Smith went over from a yard out to put a 7-0 lead in the square for Lebanon. A 4-play 39-yard drive in a minute 34. Jax Glendenning made it 14-0 as he raced across from 16 yards out. And a 2-play 21-yard drive as the Jackets, capitalizing on good field position in the first quarter, made it 21-0 on a Nathan Bartell 9-yard run with 23 seconds remaining. Tigers get on the board. David Vernon, a 76-yard touchdown pass to Josh Bess. That made it 21-6. Tigers couldn't convert on the 2-point try. Then Cade Musha with a 13-yard run for Lebanon with 7:01 remaining in the first half, and the Jackets led at the break 29-6. LHS put 3 scores on the board in the third. Musha a 21-yard run, Smith with a 3-yard run and a 16-yard run to make it 53-6 Lebanon, as the Jackets got 2-point conversions on all 3 of those scores, and then Chase Thomas Plummer with a 2-yard run for Waynesville, making it 53-12. Tigers in the game tonight had 286 yards of rushing and passing, 197 on the ground and 89 through the air on 55 plays, as they were led in rushing by Plummer, who had 57 yards, and Kelsey, who had 50. Lebanon 44 plays run tonight. Jackets 395 on the ground unofficially, and that was led by Nathan Bartell with 111 on 10 carries. Also, Jax Glendenning 102 on 8 carries and a couple of touchdowns. Cade Musha 15 for 103 and a couple of scores. Smith had 48 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns for the Yellow Jackets, and 19 butcher chop first downs for Lebanon, as the Jackets get the win by a score of 53-12. Coach Will Christian joins us as he is in the warm confines of the press box. Well, decision to play at 5 o'clock worked out pretty well, didn't it, weather-wise, Coach?
Yeah, it really turned out that way. I mean, with weather, anything can happen. So, I mean, it was a gamble, but it definitely gave us our best chance, and I'm really proud of our football team for being able to get themselves ready to play with the change, and I thought we were business. Honestly, when they arrived at 2:30, you wouldn't have known that it was any different time than normal. We just went about our exact routine and came out and performed very well. Really proud, really, of all facets tonight. Other than a blown coverage issue, I thought we played outstanding football tonight, and took care of business. And coming into a game like this, it's always a stressful deal late in the year. Our opponent was 1-0. We talked about that, and played very well last week, and I thought that we executed, and I thought we defended their stuff much better tonight. At least in the run game element. As I mentioned just a minute ago, we gave up the pass on a coverage issue, but other than that, I thought we did really, really nice job defending what is a difficult run game. That stuff is hard, and we were much more disciplined, much more gap sound. Pad level was a whole lot better tonight. We played very unselfish, and it was really good. And then offensively, I felt like we just rolled tonight, and it all starts up front. Those big guys up front really played well. Don't mention those guys enough, but Brandon Hudson at center, and Dan Conrad at guard, and Gunnar Williams at guard, and Thomas Howe at tackle, and of course Ethan Faircloth at the other tackle, who transferred here from Waynesville when he was in 8th grade. So this is always a big one for him. So we're pumped for him. But dominant performance up front, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah, and against a Waynesville scheme that's hard to defend. And they've got some explosive playmakers at their disposal. So they can really put the defense in jeopardy. But certainly, as you say, much better job than in week number 5. And the defense continues to come around and show a lot of progress.
Yeah, I thought we definitely have in the last 3 games taken major steps in the right direction. Our number 1 group gave up a score tonight, and that was against a coverage issue. Honestly, you take that away, I don't even think we give up a score. So, and no offense to Waynesville, but just we were playing really good football, and so that's what we got to have, and now we've got to continue to be ready and prepare for obviously tomorrow's outcome. Both teams right now are running an empty look, so it looks like it's going to be an empty look regardless, and so we'll have to switch gears a little bit from what we've played the last couple of weeks without question. But I know our guys will be ready to go, and we'll be really excited. One of the things that I thought about down on the sideline as I'm watching that clock tick and getting out of here before the storm is, we since 2015 we've played in a lot of district championship games. I think 7 of 8 years, and it just says a lot for our coaches and our kids and our program, and we're pumped to get a chance to win another one.
All right. Very good, Coach. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Coach Will Christian on the postgame show. Jackets victorious over the Waynesville Tigers by a final score of 53-12 as Waynesville ends the season at 3-8. Jackets go to 10-1 on the season, and again they will play in a district championship setting next Friday night, either hosting Rolla or going to Camdenton to face the Lakers. And we'll have the broadcast here on regional radio. If weather doesn't interfere, we will plan on a 6:15 pregame show and the kickoff at 7 o'clock. For our studio coordinator, Bruce Wayne, and our executive producer of football, Mike Morris, and for Coach Will Christian and Dave Millsap, I'm Kevin Stubblefield. Thanks for joining us on this rainy Friday night. Once again, the final score, Lebanon 53 and Waynesville 12. And good night from Jacket Stadium. High school football on Regional Radio Sports, brought to you by Lebanon Ready Mix, by Shadle's Colonial Chapel, Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, Remax Next Generation, by G3 Boats, Missouri Cooperage, Camberlock Engineering, by Sing Rental, by the Gravel Bar, Nature's Pantry, Crow Paint and Glass, by David Lehman Insurance, and by Tracker Boats, Missouri Eagle, McKell Industrial Supply, Taylor's Dairy Joy, Napa Auto Parts, Lebanon Family Dentistry, by the Riverfront Campground, and by VFW Post 4107.